Let's see who. Hey, Indigo, how you doing? You're the first person I saw up in here. Hey, Indigo, how you doing? We got Jupiter going wild up in here. Hey, Jupiter. Hey, lovely cat. Who we got? Tracism. Hey, Tracism. Hey, Trinae. Hey, we got Sexy Nomi. Hey, Shantae. Hey, Florida Diggable Planet up in the house. We got Red Bunny, another Diggable Planet up in the house. Indigo Diggable Planet. Hey, New Eyes. You came early, New Eyes. Mm-hmm. We'll wait till this room fill up. All right, I had a crazy week, y'all. Man, talk about a crazy week. You know, I got Venus in Libra, right? And I try to be the peacemaker. Not even a peacemaker, but I try to keep things peaceful in my life. But some people just want to fuck with me. And a big part of that is because I got some Pluto aspects in my chart that can bring some just low down, crazy, stank people in my life. So, oh my God, I don't even want to get into it, but I'll just say this. Somebody is harassing me. They are, and I'm going to have to, I feel like I'm going to have to resort to the spiritual side to handle this, because I asked this person nicely and they didn't listen. And then I asked them nicely again, and then they didn't listen. And then I basically, after a while, you start to lose your patience. So I started to get firmer and firmer with the cat, right? And then it got down to the part where I had to cuss his ass out. And I'm not that type of person. I mean, I might seem like it during a lot of my lives, but honestly, I really be trying to keep things on the peaceful tip. I'm not a conflict-oriented person, but sometimes people be bringing some shit to me, and it just be having me vexed. So, we got a new Diggable Planet up in the house. What's up, Inquiring Mind? Thank you for becoming a Diggable Planet, because you were cool like that. But yeah, I lost my cool this week because somebody keeps fucking with me. And I'm going to have to just resort to the spiritual world to handle this, I see, because this person is far gone, obviously. And I'm just like, I'm not here for it. But yeah, every now and then, you got to deal with some crazy people. And, that kind of deals with tonight's live stream. I am going to be talking about personal demons and how you can use astrology to overcome your personal demons. Now, this person that is harassing me is obviously dealing with some personal demons. I mean, some serious ones. I was even like, yo, you got some serious issues, bruh. And, but yeah, just doesn't get it. And again, I already knew that this person was dealing with some, mental health issues and stuff. But I'm like, why you got to bring that shit to me? Like, why me? But I already know why, because of the shit that I got in my chart. Now, could you say that this is one of my own personal demons manifested in the flesh? I would hope not, because I would hope that I have evolved to a certain level where I'm not going to have to be dealing with these personal demons manifested in the flesh pretty much anymore. But I feel like what I am experiencing is a person that is totally like controlled by their personal demons. And I just happen to be on the receiving end. So I guess I shouldn't take it personal. That would be taking the high road. Hey, Akeda, how you doing? Who else we got in here? We got Robbie in here. We got Oro, another Diggable Planet. Hey, Oro. Hey, Ellie. So, yeah, sometimes you do have to get kind of crazy back at somebody that's showing you a little crazy. But I just said already this person has been relegated to my spam folder, and that person has been relegated to the spam folder. I'm talking about like a few years ago. This is years in the making. So it's finally come to a head where I finally like put my foot down months ago and was just asking him, can you please refrain from emailing me? Because I get enough emails and I'm not going to read your emails and you're just wasting your time, basically. And it's just started from there. So person not respecting their boundaries with me, that's my Sun conjunct Neptune, especially when it comes to men. So I've been dealing with situations where, yeah, men have overstepped their boundaries with me quite a bit. And that's part of the reason why I'm such a loner. And speaking of boundaries, hopefully the guest that I plan on having on, hopefully he didn't go to sleep, but hopefully he is going to come on. I sent him the link. So his story is very much about boundaries and not respecting people's boundaries. So when he first came to me, I was immediately like intrigued because I was like, oh, he one of them type. Because again, like I said, I've experienced, I'll say, plenty of situations with men not respecting their boundaries with me. And I haven't had it as bad as some women, but yeah. You said he fine, Ellie. Well, it depends what you like. It depends. You know, I could say he's fine, but you could say, yeah, that ain't my type. You might think he's fine. I might be like, I don't know. I don't even know if he's going to show his face. So hopefully he got my email and hopefully he'll be coming on. But I plan on bringing him on in about like 30 minutes into this live stream, 30, 40 minutes. But it should be interesting. Hey, Siobhan, how you doing? Greetings, deep divers. Patrons, all my patrons in here, you know what I mean when I say deep divers. Because I was talking about deep divers, the infinite waters. So yeah, so if you want to become a patron and like get in on what I be talking about, because I be sharing more with my Patreon and I'll be sharing much more with my patrons than I do on YouTube. So yeah, I was just sharing my thoughts about a person in particular. So yeah, I can't get him out of my head ever since I posted that this morning. I've been saying all day, deep divers. Wait a minute, somebody said he is so good looking, that dude with his BS up. Wait a minute, you think he's good looking? What's his name? Ralph Smart? You think he's good? Let's pull up a big picture of him. Wait, I didn't even want him to be the subject of tonight's live stream, but we might as well just pull up a picture to show you who I'm talking about. I'm gonna pull up a different one than what I had. Would you like them light eyes? I'm wondering if them eyes are even real. Well, hold on. He don't. Okay, he does have the eyes here. But hey, whatever floats your boat. Okay, let me. All right, who else we got in here? Hey, double Pisces. You said don't judge me. Hey, if you like that, if you like it, I love it. Siobhan said he dived deep in infinite water. Deep water. That reminds me of that song. I used to love that song. Deep waters, I'm drowning in. Deep waters. That was the shit. Slowly drowning in deeper. But yeah, I mean, hey, if you like that, them eyes are hypnotic. It's like some rays will come out of them eyes and shoot you down. Right? Everybody got a type. Yep. You think they're fake coffee reviews? Now, I'm not trying to knock anybody that follows deep divers. I mean, what's his name? Ralph Smart, Infinite Waters. But I don't know. I was just looking at his chart, and his chart is a little suspect. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna just leave it right there. If you want the tea, you could go become a patron. Here's my Patreon. All right. So yeah, we got some current events to get into. Let me get my notes. So first of all, shout out to all the Diggable Planets. And Diggable Planets, y'all get one free question during this live stream. So I'm gonna try to keep track if somebody, if one of y'all has a question. So that's one of the benefits you receive for becoming a diggable planet. Let me get my pen so I can take notes on who's posting a question. All right. And then what else we got? So shout out to all the Virgos. It is still Virgo season. Oh, and I do want to finish up some of the Virgo stuff from that last live stream because I forgot to talk about those Virgo serial killers. So I definitely want to get into that. Oh yeah, I heard about Tasha K. First of all, the first thing I said was I knew she was going to do something to shoot herself in the foot. She's a Pisces, and she's a very proud Pisces. And with Pisces, you got to operate from a position of humility, especially the more famous you get. Queen Latifah, I feel, is a perfect example. Now, I don't know much about Queen Latifah, but she's a Pisces, and I feel like she operates from a position of humility. And that's why you really don't hear a lot of like stuff about her and stuff. But Tasha K, she's messy. She a messy Pisces. And with that, you bound to get caught up. So that's the first thing that I thought about when I heard that she got caught up about this what was it, information that she got about R. Kelly or something, working with some policeman or something like that. Is that what it was? I didn't even really get into it. Yes, Jupiter going wild. We're going to get into some of these serial killers, Virgo serial killers, that is, because it still is Virgo season. Virgo season has been a bitch, so no, it hasn't. But like I said, I have had to deal with that dude, but I'm handling it. I was allowing the situation to get me all upset and hot under the collar, but I was like, you know what? You need to actually, after doing a reading about it, and what's so interesting, my advice card. Hey Willow, how you doing? Another Diggable Planets. The advice card that I received was the Ace of Wands, and that's the card of the week for my Patreon, for my patrons. And I was like, look at that. And the Ace of Wands can handle a situation with a different approach, take a new approach. And that's what I say. I'm like, I'm gonna take the high road on this and just allow him to burn out. And just as long as he's like relegated to my spam folder, you know, if he wants to tire himself out emailing me and wasting his time, fine. And I ain't even going to try to figure the whole situation out because I already know what it is. Oh, the dream is a Virgo. He has that voice that you'll have Virgo men, some of them, because there are exceptions like Barry White, but you will have some Virgo men have high pitched voices. Michael Jackson was a perfect example. Dream, his voice is a little high pitched too. A lot of them can do that falsetto. And didn't the Dream have that song Falsetto? Are we talking about the Dream, the singer rapper? Oh, he's more of a singer, right? Writer. Yeah, Tamar is a Pisces. She's a messy Pisces. That's why all her hair fell out. Because she, you know, acting like she too good for everybody. It was that, I think she had Aries South Node. That Aries South Node messing Tamar up. And she got Venus. My memory served me correctly. Tamar got Venus conjoined to her Aries South Node. That messes her up. That makes her hard to be that Pisces that operates from a position of humility. Her ego gets in the way. And she's conflict oriented. Don't get me started on Tamar, man. But we could talk about her during Pisces season. Connect said, I dated a guy, Virgo rising, and his voice is high. I didn't like it. Yeah. Sometimes it ends up like that. Yeah. And that can be the case too. So just know that Virgo men, even if they have a deep voice, they can have the ability to sing falsetto, sing a high pitch, soprano type voice. Or I'll just say high voice falsetto for the men. But yeah. Indigo said Wendy Williams is going through it. She looks horrible now. So what's going on with Wendy Williams? What's she do now? She's always getting into something. So yeah, the singer, okay, The Dream. I like that song he has. Shorty is a 10. A 10. Shorty, you a 10. A 10. That was my shit. Hey, Sarah. I was just thinking about you, Sarah, wondering if you getting geared up for your trip. Time went by, turned you into a butterfly. That was my shit. It was Keisha. It was Sonia. It was Tanya. It was Monique. It was Cece. It was Kiki. And then is it fabulous in that song? He was like, I heard she a Pisces, or he said she a Pisces. I heard they are feisty. Oh, it's only $7.50 a month. You know, that's like a value meal. Price of it, you just gotta sacrifice a value meal. That ain't even a value meal nowadays. Where can you even go nowadays where you just get a meal for yourself for $10? I will say Chick-fil-A will have it right below that $10 mark. That's why I still rock with them. But then you got these other low-level fast food places. And how the hell did I get on fast food? Low-level fast food places charging like your meal alone coming to $13 and shit. What happened to the $5 value meal and shit? I'm telling you, prices are getting out of control. And that's going to be part of what I'm talking about tonight, too, when we get into these current events. So let me first pull up this situation, because we've seen enough of Mr. Deep Divers. See, you got to be kind of skeptical of these people that are like extra with the whole spiritual shit. And I don't get me wrong, I'm a spiritual person, but I'm like, everything got limits. And I'm like, I have my limits with the spiritual shit. But that's the Capricorn in me. All right, anybody know who this bitch is? Because I'm tired of seeing her face already. Evil Elven bitch. She got a punchable face with that tight ass smile. Could tell she's a control freak. There you go, Andre. And I didn't even want to get all political tonight, but after that speech that Biden gave, conniving Biden, after that shit, yeah, that's like Chucky's little sister or whatever. After that shit, and then after she followed it up, because she's the press secretary. After she followed it up with some shit, like, what did she say? She was like, yeah, wait till you see what's coming next about these mandates and shit. I'm not even going to say the word. We're just going to call it the shatas, like we said before. But yeah, she is a micromanaging bitch. Now, first, it's very clear when you look at her husband. Let me pull up a picture of this bitch's husband. That's him. Of course, that's Biden on the left. That's her husband. First of all, that looked like a female to male transgender. That's what I'm saying. Like that's what I'm looking like. That's what that could possibly be. But you already know who wear the pants in that marriage. His marshmallow looking ass. Oh yeah, Kata. I was about to get into that. She's a Sagittarius, and my heart sunk when I saw that shit. I was like, God damn, this bitch. So yeah, she's a Sagittarius, but makes sense because Sagittarius rules politics. She's a politician. And yes, Akeda, truth will come out about this chick. And that's the thing I want to talk about with her chart, because her Sagittarius stellium is squaring her Pisces South Node, which means she knows that she's lying about shit. She knows every lie that comes out of her mouth is a lie. You know how some people are duped and they just get caught up? Not this chick. This chick is aware of all the lies. So basically, you can't believe a word that's coming out of her mouth. She's willfully complicit with the big lies that are being told. I'll just say that. She's basically morally corrupt. And I was saying that about this other dude, Deep Divers, because he has similar squares in his chart involving Sagittarius and Pisces. When you see that combination, the squares like that between Sagittarius and Pisces, you always got to think about The truth being covered up, or lies being brought out into the open, or you know the truth, but you choose to tell a lie. So those are the themes you need to think about with those squares. Lies versus truth. Openness versus secrecy. Freedom versus slavery. Freedom. Freedom. And as a Sagittarius, I'm very ashamed that she's part of my squad, because Sagittarius is the sign of freedom. But with her Sagittarius stellium squaring that Pisces South Node, she's all about taking away freedom. She's complicit in the erasing of our freedoms as Americans. I don't know about all these other countries, but I know we have a constitution that is supposed to guarantee us certain freedoms. And right now, the Constitution is being pissed on. And it's not even just being pissed on, it's being shitted on by all these motherfuckers. And I'm not happy about it. Now, we could pretend like this shit ain't happening, but you're going to see as the months go on, these people aren't playing. And this is why you got to get prepared now. So this chick, they picked the right one, because number one, I was like, that's a Sun Square Saturn chick if I ever seen it. Sure enough, she got Sun Square Saturn. Somebody like that is hella controlling, mean, can be cruel, unloving, severe. And her Saturn's in Virgo, which means that her freedom is restricted as a result of her career as a public servant. So she doesn't even have any freedom, and she probably grew up like that. Her daddy was probably very strict on her. That Sun Square Saturn can manifest as a very strict daddy, and she did grow up rich. So she was probably controlled her whole life. She was probably groomed to be this. Well, I know she was, because a lot of these politicians are groomed to have the spots that they have, to be in the position that they are in. And she was in the Obama administration. I found that out today. So she was deputy press secretary when Obama was in office. Now that the Democrats have taken over again through Biden, she's back, and now she's up at the top. She's born on December 1st. Being a 1 makes sense, because 1 is leadership, 1 is stardom, 1 is celebrity, and this woman is becoming more and more popular and well known. And again, like I said, I'm tired of seeing her face. And I don't even watch the news, but it's coming up with some of the YouTube videos that I watch. And just to see her coldness and callousness when she's responding to some of these reporters' questions made me really say, yeah, they picked the right one for this. So that's all I'm gonna say. She's a evil, wicked ass bitch. So, but I feel like a lot of people in this cabinet are. So we're in for a rough ride, y'all. And I don't want to get all political, so I will, make this brief. But I do have to say this very well deals with the fact that the transiting South Node is in Sagittarius. It's been in Sagittarius for a while. And if you notice, throughout this time with the South Node being in Sagittarius, more and more of our freedoms have been taken away from us, especially starting in 2020. And again, a lot of y'all people think, or maybe not a lot of my viewers, but a lot of people would like to think that this is temporary. And one thing you never need to underestimate is these governments. And once these governments gain power, they don't give it back. Once they take your freedoms, they don't take it back unless the country rises up, or unless there's a military coup, or, where the government is overthrown. So Neptune in Pisces is a big part of the reason why so many people are asleep. But Saturn in Aquarius, Jupiter in Aquarius, that's waking a lot of people up. But it's also representing tyranny. I mean, this stuff is like crazy. Now, as the South Node goes further down the degrees, and once it approaches that 0 degree of Sagittarius, we might really see more erosion, like some serious threats to our freedoms. They're already talking about restricting domestic travel in this country, especially for those that have not taken the shatas. Now, some of you people might be like, oh, well, I'm not going to be affected because I got the shatas already. But have you ever considered this? Do you think they're going to stop at the dose that you got, the 2 doses? No, they already talk about the boosters. So people that gotten the shatas already, you think that, you're at an advantage because you'll still be able to travel and stuff. But from what I heard on those shata cards, there's more than one line basically showing, the boosters. So it's not going to be the end for those that have taken the shatas. They're going to require you to get these boosters on the regular so you could continue to travel. So you're going to be like, where do you draw the line? Where do we draw the line? Do we draw the line now, or do we wait until they take more and more of our freedoms? So we are headed for some crazy times. And again, that South Node is Sagittarius, freedom. But it also deals with travel. And it also deals with politics. So you're seeing this all go down. Sagittarius also deals with international affairs. This is an international situation. It's happening all over the world. It's worse in some countries like Australia. Canada's getting pretty bad, New Zealand. But it's starting to creep up everywhere. And they're starting to accelerate it in this country. And again, those that have gotten the shatas, you dealing with a false sense of security because they're going to keep on upping the ante. Trust and believe. See, people that have had their eyes open, that have been awake for years, we knew times like this were coming. And we didn't know in exactly what shape or form. But what we do know is once they get their plan on the go, they're going to keep going with it. That's how they've been this whole time. The only thing that's been stopping them is that their technology hadn't been up to speed the way they wanted to. Now that they had a technology, now they're able to really unroll this plan. They rolling it out. And now we really going to have to, decide what do we really value in life. Do we value some of the things that we don't have to do, like traveling outside the country or even traveling to different states and stuff? We're going to have to make some sacrifices. And then what's dealing with that Gemini North Node? So the transit South Node is in Sagittarius, transit North Node's in Gemini. That right there is dealing with transport, in particular trucks. So we might be looking at a crazy winter because if they do what Biden is mandating that they do, which is they're mandating that all the corporations that have 100 or more employees, they have to mandate the shatas. And if they don't, they could face heavy fines. Well, that's a lot of trucking companies. Next thing you know, the supply chain breaks down because a lot of truckers start striking or they just quit because they don't want to take the shatas, and rightfully so. I stand with them. But that North Node in Gemini can represent trucks and truckers. So now the markets are bare. Supermarkets, that's Gemini too. Gemini rules markets. Gemini rules retail. So now we're forced to buy everything online. They want to move us online anyway. They want to move us fully online. And what better way to do it is to break down the physical supply chain and say, oh, well, the only way you can order stuff is through Amazon and through these other online retailers. But that's just going to thin out people anyway. It's going to create chaos and all that. The passports, that's Gemini North Node. Gemini rules paperwork, cards, anything that's dealing with pieces of paper. Documentation is Gemini. So the North Node in Gemini is also representing the Shata's passport. So yes, all of this is coming through these nodes, and the outer planets are helping to usher in. And if you notice with Virgo season, they've been really ramping up the fear about this DELTA variant. I shouldn't even say that V word. I might end up with one of those ether things under my video, but I didn't want to go too deep into this. I'm still waiting for what's his face to come on. I don't even want to say who it is yet, but some of y'all probably already know. But and then in December 22nd, the South Node is going to enter into Scorpio, and that's this year. And I keep telling people about that Scorpio South Node. It's going to be nothing nice. And you know, Scorpio rules death. So we can expect to see a lot more deaths with this Scorpio South Node. But Scorpio also rules injections. So that includes the shatas. So Scorpio also rules force and power and control and criminals. We could see a rise in crime with that South Node in Scorpio as well. So yeah, we got some things to really think about with the times that we're living in, with the energy that we're facing. And you know me, I like to play around. I like to laugh and joke around and stuff. But every now and then y'all see where I get real serious. And this is one of those times where I'm like, yeah, we got some shit to really think about. We got some things to prepare for. We got some serious decisions to make, because these people are not playing. And I hope a lot of you people realize by now that this has nothing, and I mean nothing, to do with the V, you know what I mean, VIR, not the VA, you know what I mean, the bug. I should say the bug. The bug is just a smokescreen for total control. If people can't see this right now, this is how they're going to usher in the Great Reset. They're purposely trying to break down the whole infrastructure, the economy, and that North Node in Taurus. So with the South Node being in Scorpio, that North Node is going to be in Taurus. That's the economy. They are trying to reset the economy. Hey, C. Thomas. Wait a minute, where you see Thomas said, I read today that 1/3 of the population really will be eradicated. I believe it with the South Node in Scorpio. So this is really a time. I would even say, if you got to travel now. Hurry up and do it, especially if you don't want to get the shatas. Hurry up and travel now. Get that out of your system, because shit could get really restrictive very soon, I'll say. Very soon. And again, the whole sickness is just a smokescreen. It's just the excuse to take away freedoms. And I hope people that thought it was about the sickness before, I don't even blame you for thinking that. But if you really put the pieces together, if you really add one and one, or 1 + 2, it doesn't equal 5, it equals 3. They're trying to tell you 1 + 2 equals 5. 1 + 2 still equals 3. Things don't add up. It hasn't added up this whole time. So if you start just asking these questions, you'll start to see, no, this ain't about this sickness. This is the excuse. These people are straight up demonic and deceptive, and they will use every possible tool they got in their toolbox to carry out their mission, which is total control. It ain't even about money for them. They run the money system. It ain't even about money no more. That's another thing people don't understand. Some people are saying, oh, big pharma and big pharma trying to get all this money. It ain't about money no more. They own money. They create money. And soon we won't be dealing with the traditional form of money. That's going to be that Taurus North Node too. That's going to really start pushing more people to that different currency, you know, the digital. But yeah, it ain't about money. It's about total power and depopulation. Trust and believe, it's about depopulation. I would not lie to you. I've been studying these people for years. I've been up on their shit and their plans for years. And all these politicians, they're just their little nasty little lap dogs. So they're going to be sacrificed too. And I'm going to be sitting back with a smile on my face when I start to see some of these politicians fall. Because again, they're expendable to these people up at the top. People like this, what's her name? Jim Psaki, Biden, even that Harris, they're all expendable. So if they got to throw them under the bus, if they got to take them out. Oh, and I saw some shit this week. Because you know me, I be watching some shit and then I be thinking on some next shit. So remember the movie The Naked Gun? They had The Naked Gun 1, 2, and 3, right? Well, they had Naked Gun, then they had Naked Gun 22 and a half, then they had Naked Gun 33 and a third. I think isn't OJ Simpson in all three of them? If he's not in the third one, he's definitely in the first two. I think he's in the third one too. Now, I am well versed. Now, if you notice, the third, each of them, they're like really clowning OJ Simpson. Yes, I love the Naked Gun movies. So remember, they are like seriously clowning OJ Simpson and they make him act real stupid. But there's this one scene, and I can't remember if it's the 22nd and a half or the 33rd and the third, but where he gets caught under a car, and then he gets caught under another car, and then finally he gets caught under a bus. And I was like, yo, that's like them saying they was going to throw OJ under the bus. Like they knew that he was going to be facing some shit. That's the only thing I got out of it. But I was just like, that's interesting. I was like, why they got him? Even the way they was just dragging him with the car, I felt like it was also kind of like a racial thing because that's what they used to do down south. Like sometimes when they would lynch black men in particular, they would strap them to a truck or whatever and drag them. So they did that in that movie. But again, when they had him slide under the bus, I was like, oh shit, that's like they throwing OJ under the bus. Siobhan said that scene was very telling. Yeah. Indigo said, I had the biggest crush on OJ. I wanted the juice. I have to admit, OJ wasn't a bad looking brother back in the day. His face was just a bit too big for my taste. He had a big ass head. All right, who else did I want to talk? Oh, we got to talk about, of course. Where we at? Deep divers. All right, we got to talk about this dude. Now, some of y'all already heard the news. Michael K. Williams, he was an actor. I know him from The Wire, and he was in something else. I forgot what other show or movie that he was in. But yeah, he played Omar in The Wire. And they're saying that he died of a drug overdose, or that's what they're speculating. I don't know if they did a autopsy or whatever. Oh yeah, I heard that he was in Lovecraft Country. He was in Belly 2. Now I think I saw Belly 2, but I don't remember seeing him. So he was in a series with Donald Glover. So he's done like quite a bit of work. So I am well versed. Are you saying weird because the story is weird, or are you saying he's weird? So they're saying it was fentanyl. Indigo said he choreographed and danced in Crystal Waters' 100% pure love. Stop playing. I gotta pull this up, Indigo. I gotta see that he danced in it. Oh, I gotta see this. I love actors that started off as dancers. 100% pure love. Yes. Oh my God. I had no idea. I wish I could play it, but I'll get a copyright strike. 100% Pure love. And back to the middle and round again. That's dope. Let me turn this down. Oh, shh. All right. But yeah. So when I heard that he died of a drug overdose, I have to admit I was surprised. Because I don't know. For some reason, he just didn't strike me as being like a drug user. But people can hide a lot. I don't know if does anybody know if he talked about his drug use in the past? Was he in recovery or anything? Because I didn't know much about his personal life. I'm about to pull up a story though. I'm trying to find him in this video. Okay, I think I saw him. Is that him in the middle with the suit on? Back to the middle and round again. 100%. I'll have to watch this later. Yeah, it's not easy to see him, but that's probably him with the suit on. That reminds me of how Don Cheadle was dancing in Angela Winbush's video. It's the Real Thing, and that was back in the 80s. Yeah, Don Cheadle used to be a dancer. Can you believe it? He was getting it in that video. What the hell just happened? Oh, you're here. Oh, he's here. Good. So my guest is right on time. Jay's here. Now let me just set y'all up and we'll get back into what's his face. And we got some other situations. All right, Jay, I'm about to bring you on in a minute. I wonder if I should put headphones on. I'm afraid I'm messing up my mic. I should be able to hear you fine though. And then what am I looking for? Okay. So first, I was going to play a clip because this was a reading I did, and it was actually an interview with Jay, if y'all remember. And I think the video was called Forbidden Fruit. Y'all remember that one? And it was about the guy that was the groper. And he wanted to come on. He actually contacted me today, and he wanted to just share his updates on how his life has been. Now, me and Jay have stayed in contact with each other because ever since that reading, it was more so of an interview I think I did with him, but I think I was also helping him with his chart. After that, he's gotten subsequent readings with me and stuff like that. So I've been helping him along the way. And the update that he has is very positive. And I'm very proud of Jay. Jay has come a long way and in a short amount of time. So with all that being said, let's bring Jay on. I wish I had the applause thing, but applause. Okay. Jay? Wait a minute. Jay, can you hear me? Let me get rid of this email. Jay? I can't hear you. Let me see. I don't see you being muted. Check and see. Okay. Say something, Jay. Yeah, I can't hear him either. Make sure that your audio is not on mute. Jay? Let me see. Jay, if you can hear me, type something in the chat. If you're trying to speak, type something in the chat so I know that you're trying to speak, but you're having difficulty. Okay, let me see. It says edit mic settings. So your mic is on. Let me see if okay, you send me a private chat. Okay, so you say you're trying to speak. Yeah, check your audio settings. I don't know if you're on like an iPad or I don't know what you're using, but sometimes you have to give your device permission for the audio. Miss Avio said, "We it's like acid now." Y'all talking about lacing drugs? I heard about that about lacing drugs with fentanyl. All right, Jay, you gonna have to work it out. What's going on, Jay? That's that Gemini South Node in the 12th house. Lord have mercy. See how that shit works, Jay? Some spirit don't want you to spread the good news, I guess. But yeah, keep on trying. But um, once you get your audio on, just start talking, and then I'll stop what I'm saying because I'm losing viewers quick. But yeah, I'll just continue to try to work that audio out, and again, once you get it on, just say something, and then I'll stop. Let me just check my email real quick. So, okay, maybe he's gonna log back on. Oh, we have someone else that wants to join the live stream. So let me bring someone else on in the meantime, and then hold on. So yeah, we got a few people that would like to share their experiences with astrology and how it helped them to overcome their personal demons. So let me bring on Happy because I'm happy. All right. Let's see. Okay, so while I'm waiting for Happy, we're gonna just get back into what I was talking about. So we were talking about Michael. Okay, wait a minute. Jay is back. Let me see. Hey, Jay.
Can you hear me?
Oh yes, I can hear you. Good. Do you hear an echo?
Let me see. Hello?
Hello. I don't hear
Hello?
an echo, but I want to know if you hear an echo because I might have to put my headphones on.
No, I don't hear it echo.
Okay, cool. How you been?
I've been pretty good. Been
You
pretty good.
sound good.
Yeah, I've been actually really good.
Okay. So, basically, I was just explaining to the viewers that we did that. What was it? More like an interview or was it a reading? I can't really remember.
It was, but I said it was a mixture of both.
Yeah, it was like a little bit of both. Yeah, and somebody's saying you're very low, and I knew that was going to be an issue because you do speak very quietly, softly, and part of that is your Gemini South Node in the 12th. But yeah, if you could speak up a little bit more, and I know it's a big contrast because I'm loud as shit, but
Yeah.
yeah, if you could just speak up a little bit more.
Okay, you think it's it could be my headphones.
Oh, if it's your headphones, yeah, maybe. C. Thomas wants to know, are you shy?
No, I'm not sure.
Okay.
I'm just trying to get the sound right. Once
Oh,
just trying to
okay.
get the sound right.
All right. Now, like I was explaining to my viewers, what was that in 2019 that we did the interview slash reading?
Yeah, it had to be like maybe early 2019.
Okay. And basically your main issue was groping women, right?
Yeah,
Randomly.
yeah,
When the feeling moved you.
yeah. But like I said, it didn't ever start. It didn't start out that way.
You're saying it didn't start out that way?
No, it didn't. It started out innocent.
Just fantasizing, right?
No, no, no. It started out. I'll tell you. I guess for the people that didn't watch the
Yeah, you gotta
video,
refresh my memory.
it started out like I said. I was in middle school, and everybody hit puberty. So I wasn't thinking about doing nothing to nobody at the time. But I vaguely remember this girl. This is how I remember how everything started. This girl touching me first on the butt. So, I ended up liking it. So I started just doing it too. So everybody, I guess everybody was doing it. I guess it was around like seventh grade. Everybody was
Mm-hmm.
playing the, I guess, butt grab game. So they got me started into doing it. Then it just progressed from there into from middle school to high school, and then into after high school. That's when it started to get more serious.
Okay. I find it interesting that you took it all the way back to school, which is very Gemini South Node. Um, I find because I feel like you're kind of using that as an excuse as to why you were groping as an adult.
Well, yeah, because I enjoyed it, and I couldn't understand why I wasn't.
Almost. No, I'll just say it like this, and I'm not trying to get down on you, but you know me, I'm very like just straight to the point. Because I feel like, and maybe this is also showing that you're still not fully there yet in terms of taking responsibility and being accountable. Because it sounded like you were trying to put it on that girl, like saying, "Oh, it all started with this girl." But I was saying, I was more so talking about you basically groping women in the street. And I'm like, that don't have nothing to do with that girl. I mean, I know it's saying you're saying this was the root of it. This was the start of it. You get what I'm saying? But I feel like you were kind of doing that to kind of push responsibility off of yourself onto that girl. If you
No,
get what I'm
no, no. I'm just telling you how it started. How I started to like it. She started it. How it started. Then I started doing it back, and I like the feeling that I got from it. No, I'm not. But no, I'm not blaming her.
saying. Okay. I'm just making sure. Cause I'm like, why he take it all the way back to grade school?
Oh no, that's what I remember. That's what I remember. How everything started. It started just somebody touching me. So, and then I started touching everybody back, and it was just fun. It was fun to me.
Right.
No,
Because
no, no,
because
it's
I don't
not.
want I'm just saying because I don't want you to think that that's an excuse. Like if you were to go back, let's say you were to revert back, and I'm not saying you would do that, but let's say on your worst day you reverted back, and then to justify it, you could say, well, it did happen. It started with all the way back in school, so this is a part of me. I can't really overcome it. So you could say that personal demon became manifest back in grade school. You can say, but at the same time, I just don't want you to hold on to that like, okay, this is something that that's why. You know what I mean?
Oh no, no, that's not why. No, I'm gonna tell you why. Why I think, um, like I said, in school, to me, it was just fun. It was just straight fun. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
it was just fun to me. But
Mm-hmm.
I realized I wasn't okay. As like I said, I get to high school, I'm not getting the girls how I want to get them. So I'm not laying girls down. I, I'm looking like, how are these dudes getting girls? The girls like me, but I can't get with them. So I just start and it start making me upset because I couldn't understand it. Like I said, I wasn't into astrology, so I didn't understand
Mm-hmm.
myself. So I'm looking
Mm-hmm.
like, so well, I can't get no girls the way I want to. So let me just keep doing this, and I'm going and it's progress. That's when it started to progress. When I start thinking about why can I get girlfriends? I said, why can I get girlfriends? Um, I said, girls like me. They already want to be with me, but then I can't end up, I don't get with them. I can't get with them. I feel like I just couldn't get with them. Not to my own fault. I didn't know what it was until you explained it to me.
Now, when you say you couldn't get with them, was it where you would try like to talk to them and then they would just shoot you down, or where you felt like you couldn't even like approach them?
No, girls wouldn't shoot me down. It was just like the energy would be off and it would just be kind of turned off. Like later on down the road, or I'll get turned off by them, and now I get scared of them, and I shoot them away, or vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
And I couldn't understand that.
Okay. Now, back when we did that interview reading, you were a virgin still, right?
Yeah,
Technically.
yeah,
Okay. So please, because I know your updates ever since. Maybe not the updates since I think the last time we corresponded was like a couple of months ago, and it was all on something totally different. But so just tell the audience what has happened, especially like because this was like soon after. I think it only took you a few weeks for you to start implementing that solution. So if you want to share that with the audience first, that'd be great.
oh yeah. Because he gave me advice. He said, "Hey, go ahead and start paying for it." I said, "Oh, okay. Well, since you gave me the green light, since I was
Oh wait a
getting
minute, can
all
you speak up a little bit? Can you speak up more and like more, like a little bit more clearer?
can y'all hear me now? Yeah, hear me a little bit better.
Yeah, I'm also hearing a little static on your phone too, or I don't know what you're using. You using your laptop?
No, I'm using my earphones. Let me take my earphones out.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Oh, much better. Great.
Okay, yeah, I guess it was my headphones.
Okay, that's much better.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, what was the question again?
Oh, so I just wanted you to tell everyone, you know, what was happening after we did that reading, like the solutions that you started to implement so that you could stop groping.
Okay, first I followed your first advice when you said, well, start paying for sex. So I said, okay, that's nothing. I just needed that green light because I was just all in my head about it. So I was just kind of skeptical about it. So then, in Atlanta, it's plenty of places to have sex at. There's plenty of places you can find uh, places to have sex. So for some reason, it was easy for me to find. I don't know how I found them. But I started going to the Asian massage parlors. They have a lot of them here. Like the one that got shot up. Y'all remember that? You remember that?
Yes. So you were at that one.
I was at that one. Actually,
Wow.
the first one, I think one of the first ones was actually the one next door. Then I ended up going to that one that got shut up, and like later on down the road. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it was crazy when I heard it got shot up. I was like, oh, I actually been there.
Okay. So that was the one where basically you lost your virginity.
No,
Okay.
I, it might have been actually not that, but yeah.
Okay. So explain that for, I mean, you don't have to get all into the nitty gritty details, but like when you went to the massage parlor, did you go there with the mission of, I'm going to lose my virginity, I'm going to have sex? Or was it where I have to warm up to this?
Okay, I have Cancer energy and I have Aries energy. So my Aries energy is all in for it. Go ahead and do it. Yes. My Cancer energy, when I my Aries energy, they mix because my Mars and Moon is at the same degree. They mix, they clash with each other hard. So what it is, my Aries and my body like it's ready, but my emotions, that Cancer emotion is not ready. So I get real shaky. Even though I want to do it, I get real shaky, and uh I start getting like jolts in my body, my like that Cancer energy is like no, 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 and the Aries energy is like yes, yes, yes. So they kind of clash, but once they get me kind of laid down, cause they what they do at the massage parlor, they lay you down, they try to relax you. So once I get relaxed, I'm pretty good.
Okay. So with the first situation, did she have to really like get you to calm down, and like were you almost about to just go more into detail about that first situation?
Oh, actually, it wasn't there. I just remember where it was. I found someplace on the internet. It was just a little trashy looking place, but it was like a little trashy rundown place. It wasn't too bad. It wasn't real bad, but it was a little rundown. It was a middle aged Asian woman in there, and I guess some family Asian family somewhere. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. It was just a weird setup. So she took me into this room, and she just started. I guess she asked for like a shower. Just like the process is like you pay, and I asked for I guess a table shower. Anybody heard of that? So she washes me up, and then cold water and air, and me being nervous gets me real antsy. Gets me real antsy. So, but she does, but you don't go from the shower to the bed. You go into the sauna. So I got to kind of warm up. Well, I'm getting a little jittery just thinking about it. But you get to like sit in the sauna and warm up, and so after she warmed up, she sits me on the bed, and I I'm a little dry. I'm a little dry now. Then she kind of like rubs on me. You know, I get more relaxed, and she starts to. Well, what they like to do, they try to. What I learned the trick was they try to you know give you head first, so you can bust a nut doing that instead of actually penetrating them.
Oh, so basically are you trying to say they're trying to make it easy on themselves?
Yeah, the Asian,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
The Asian ones are probably the worst ones, but they're the easiest and the quickest.
So wait a minute, are you saying that's what she did the first time?
Yeah, I
So
went
you
to
did.
I went to so many different ones, and they're pretty much all the same.
So the first time you didn't get to have intercourse, she just gave you
Actually,
head.
no, not the first time. No,
So you're saying not you didn't have intercourse the first time.
not the first time.
Okay, so after you did what you did had to do, were you like anxious to return? Were you like, oh, I gotta seal the deal, like I gotta consummate all the way, whether it's at another place or somewhere else? Were you like looking forward to the next one?
Yeah, I was looking forward to it, and I
Okay.
kept. And after it happened, I started getting anxiety. How like I was telling you how I grew up. It's like the demon they get on me, and I just can't stop it. It kind of just transferred to having sex, paying for having sex with women. Then I started getting addicted to going to the massage parlors, and spending money. Like I didn't like. Sometimes I just want to drive by and say I didn't like driving by them because I would end up just driving over there to them and end up going in and spend their money like unexpectedly. Sometimes I'll unexpectedly just drive over there and say, "No, I'm not gonna do nothing," and then I end up doing something. But I got that out of my system too. I'm done with that too, for the most part.
Good. That's what you're supposed to do. Like continue to graduate on upward. So that's exactly why I was like, instead of groping women, just pay for sex. Because your whole thing was, remember, I remember you were dealing with that. Wasn't she an Aquarius? And she was a virgin too. And y'all just couldn't seal the deal with each other. And
No,
I was
she,
like,
yeah, yeah, it was her. It was all her. Yeah, it was all her.
yeah. So she was
100%.
kind of playing games, wasn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, man, screw all that. Cause I remember first I was like, just go to a strip club, pay a stripper, or go, I'll just pay for it.
Oh
Cause
yeah,
I
see
was
the
like,
strip.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
the
better
strip
than having
club.
broke.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was like, at least that's better than having to resort to that tendency for groping women. Now, my next question is, when did the groping like leave your system? Like after that first encounter, did you still have the urge to grope?
Yeah, during the
Okay.
time, a little bit. Yeah,
Okay.
when
So, go ahead.
it started to stop doing like when the pandemic got serious, that's when it just I kind of just stopped.
Now, so did you ever slip up? Because I remember the last time you updated me, you told me you didn't have any slip ups. So since then, did you have any slip ups?
No,
Like, okay.
oh yeah, the last time I talked to you, yeah, slip ups. No, not the people I don't know. Yeah, people that I know. Yeah, but that's not can really is that really considered? I mean, I know these people.
Not if they're okay with it.
Yeah, they okay with it. I know. I'm still talk to these people.
Okay. Wait a minute. Weren't you trying to grope an aunt or something at some point?
Uh, I'm
Was
sure I have.
I swear it was something that was kind of close to comfort. So when you say people you know, like who? Like,
Are you talking about like no people that I know like at or it could be like at work or people friends or something like that, but
but they're
not
okay.
too. Yeah, but it's not all the time. It's nothing I just I gotta do that. Like, I don't care. Like I really don't care about it no more. I can just kind of walk around. I can go to the store and just be fine. I don't have to do nothing to nobody. I don't have
So
no urges to. I gotta go do this. Like it's like a if I see a girl that's my type of girl that I want to grow. Back in the day, I would have to do it like that because that demon was so strong on me after so many years that I just had to do it. But now I don't have to do it. I can just like, yeah, I don't have to do that. And I can just keep it moving. Like I don't got to worry about it no more.
but does it still like creep in and then you're able to shut it off, or is it where it's just gone from you completely?
Oh no, I can. It's like no, it depends on the person. Like if a girl is like everything I want that I see that I'm in a girl, it's something like dang, but it's like I can just shut it off. Like nah.
And it's because I firmly believe you've had your taste of the real punani. And that's what you needed because you were totally in that forbidden fruit world, which is that Gemini South Node in the 12th house.
Right, that's how like I was saying, that's how I really got that's when it started getting crazy. When I've now when I was upset that I realized I wouldn't sleep on no girls and I couldn't understand it. So that's what drove me to to grow harder. Like let me just take it to the next level. That's when it stopped being fun. That's when the fun stopped. Like when I was in middle school and high school, it was just fun the whole time because everybody was just doing it. Everybody was just touching on each other. It was just all fun.
Wait a minute. Wait, what high school were you at? Because this didn't
Middle
go on in my school.
Nobody, I wasn't and grabbing people butts and stuff in middle
Not on the
school.
regular, like the way you're trying to make it seem. What kind? And this was in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Okay, I could kind of understand. Not stereotyping, but damn, I'm just saying. I mean, Did anybody else go to school where there was all this groping going on?
Oh yeah. Yeah. It was like on the. I remember we had like a shoot, like a. It was one girl like it was almost like a. I hate to say it. It was like a ritual to like touch her titties on the last day of school.
Yeah, I would say the women, or not the women, the girls that I went to school with, I feel like they were much more, they wouldn't have tolerated that stuff. Like they were more like on the end of kind of like empowered, kind of. girl power type stuff. Now, I'm not saying that there wasn't sexing and stuff going on. Yeah, there was sexual activity. Sometimes inside the school, we would hear the rumors, but it wasn't this groping game going on. Like, um, yeah, that's I find that kind of strange. But it's interesting how your environment, which is that Gemini South node, it did condition you to think that that's how people behave, I guess. And again, it is kind of foreign to think like that, in my opinion. But, you know, you have that hookup that I don't have. And that's why, I like to try to understand people through their charts and like try to see, what motivates them to do certain things. And yeah, what started off as this playful thing turned into something that could potentially be very catastrophic for either her, you, both of you guys. So I'm just glad that you've moved beyond that. And do you think that you might ever come to a point where you are very tempted to revert back?
At this point, no. I'm not
Okay.
saying it can't. I'm not saying it can't happen. I'm not gonna put myself in a position to say, "Oh, this can never happen again." But at this point, on how I feel and what I do to protect my energy, no. But if I lower my energy to a point, I'm sure it can happen. If I just revert back to lowering my energy, and I know exactly what I'm doing, it's a possibility. But but the way I'm headed, I like how I feel, and I kind of still doubt it, even if I lower my energy. Like I said, I'm going through my Saturn return right now. I'm not really focused on that no more, so I don't see how I can just revert back to just like excessively just going crazy on a bunch of women like I used to.
Now, do you have a woman right now?
No.
Are you trying to be in a relationship?
I'm not. No, at this point, no, I'm not trying to do anything. But
So, how are you satisfying yourself? How are you satisfying your sexual urges? Are you still going to the massage parlors?
I will go to them, but I don't let them. No, I don't have sex with nobody. I don't. I hold my sexual energy, and I know how to channel it. I learn how to control it.
Are you pleasuring yourself?
No.
So you're more on that what? No fat, celibacy, mind over matter. Cause you're still a young guy. Let's be real. You're still young. You're in your prime. You might as well say you still got needs. So, you know, I'm kind of concerned. Well, I'll just say this: when the urge arises, you just know how to satisfy it now without having
Yeah,
to.
yeah. I know how to use my. Yeah, I know how to take that energy and throw it around my body. So most people don't. I say even most guys don't know how to do this. It's a trick that I learned because what it would do is like if you have a lot of semen, what it would do is it drops down to your I guess to your penis and it makes it like sensitive and it makes you want to go after any girl that you can, it don't matter if she ugly, fat, whatever, especially doing semen retention and it drops down into your penis. What you have to do as a guy, you have to suck that energy back up into your head.
How
You
do
have
you
to,
do that?
okay, you ever heard, Kegel exercises?
Yeah.
Okay, it's kind of like a Kegel exercise, except you breathe. There's a certain way that I breathe. uh it's like a deep breath, breathe, and I come back in, I suck that energy back into my body. So it kind of just that energy that's down in your ball sack, I just revert it back into my body.
Interesting. Now, when you do that, do you experience like a head high or something like, or like a rush?
Yeah, it goes all to my head.
I would think so. And then what do you do? Do you have to channel that energy into maybe writing something, or do you just let it just, run
No,
its course?
it just feels good. It's like a high. It's like a little natural high. It just feels
I
good.
like this. I like that idea. Now, That's fascinating about what you said about the semen and it going down to the tip, and you gotta basically pull it back up. So basically, are you saying that this is a problem that hypersexual men have because they got too much semen welling up in the tip?
Well, it doesn't always go to the. That's like in severe cases, like if you have a lot of semen and you sexually charged, and yeah, it will go to that tip and make it real sensitive, and then make you extremely, extremely horny. And you want, and if you don't have a girl next to you pouring, like it can make like no fap really hard, and it make you go back to just jerking back off because you trying to get that feeling away.
Wow.
So yeah, but some guys, yeah. But
Interesting.
even if it's not that, yeah, your dick is gonna get hard. So but you could, like I said, what you can do is suck that energy back inside of you and put it all through your body. Let it go to your head and it'll channel it all through your body.
Now let me see if I can see this in your chart. This whole semen retention thing. So let's see. Well, you do have Capricorn on the 8th. That alone can make you very disciplined in terms of sexual activity at some point. And then you got Saturn in Aquarius in the 9th. So that could deal with some mind over matter, where you basically approaching it from a spiritual perspective. And then Saturn is squaring Pluto, which is basically restricting yourself from indulging sexually. You're basically controlling your sexual urges. And then let me see, that North Node in Sagittarius. Sagittarius is the semen itself, and it's squaring your midheaven, but that wouldn't necessarily be the pulling it up. So that would have to be coming from, I guess, Sun, sesqui square North Node. Interesting. And then, do you ever get any other sensations when you do this?
What do you mean?
Like other sensations beyond the head high?
What gives you energy?
Okay, so it gives you
And it
energy.
blocks out, like, you have less let me see. It, it keeps you from having anxiety, nervousness. Um it can help with like people that have anxiety and I'll just say it makes you feel more comfortable in your skin. You feel more confident in yourself.
Because you're not being ruled so much by your lower animal nature, right? Right?
You said what? Yeah, you're not ruled by your, yeah, because you're pushing that lower energy to a higher place.
And now I'm really seeing the semen retention aspect. It's that Mercury conjunct Venus opposing Jupiter, because Jupiter is ruler of that 6th house, intercepted Sagittarius. Yeah, that's pointing to that all day, especially because you said you're using your breath. You take this deep breath, right? You said?
It's a certain way you gotta breathe. It's a deep breath, but you gotta know how to breathe. Because women can do this too. This is not just for men. This is for women too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a way. It's called you ever look up the Taoist? The Taoist?
Yes.
Yeah, it's the way. It's a certain way that you have to breathe to channel to get that certain energy. Because most people take deep breath the wrong way.
Okay.
If you do it the right way, it'll give you energy, put it all through your body. You won't have to be I guess lusting, like women and guys won't be out there lusting for sex. So it kind of like it helps me out with women because I think women, are very intuitive and they can feel when a guy's trying to have sex with them
Mhm.
subconsciously or consciously. So once you turn that sexual energy off, it kind of makes women want you more because they don't feel that sexual energy from you. I guess it makes them want you more because they're not feeling that sexual energy from you. It makes them feel like you don't want them, so they want you more because you don't want them. You
I
see what
know
I'm
that's
saying?
because I was just thinking today. I totally forgot about this memory. I did kind of have a so-called crush on a coworker. This is many years ago. so don't fault me for this. But yeah, he was a gay man, openly gay, and we basically hit it off, and we was real cool with each other. And I remember developing this crush because he was fine. I'm talking about he was fine, like 6'2", body just like boom. And but yes, very gay. Like, and he was like, again, he was like very sweet acting, but masculine at the same time. But I knew where that was coming from. It was just coming from this fact that I hated my job and I needed that fantasy to kind of distract me. Because in all of reality, I wasn't attracted to him, and the fact that he was unavailable, that was the fantasy. You get what I'm saying? So I
Right.
totally on that. Yeah. It was like, I know there was no way that would be popping off. So it was like, oh, you know what I mean? But yeah, I forgot all about that gay crush I had. But yeah.
Yeah, I'm more unavailable. See, I don't. That's why I'm not really chasing nobody right now. I'm pretty much unavailable. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. And that's going to make a woman be more like, where she going to want to just like attack you. So you're not even putting yourself around women? Like, do you
No,
have like a female friend or anything?
I work around a lot of women. So
Okay.
what I do now is, like I said, sometimes I just started really doing it. Just starting to get my. I just started doing this maybe with. I think I may have been holding this for about 2 or 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
So women have definitely been coming at me, but not too aggressive. And I don't want that right now anyway. I'm kind of just I'm trying to figure out who I want, but a lot of women kind of been coming at me. I kind of kind of pushed them to the side, but they've been kind of coming at me. I talk to them like as friends, but I don't try to take it no further. I don't try to take it nowhere.
Okay. So would you advise the semen retention for, a lot of men that, they feel like they have a hard time just getting in control of their sexual urges?
I would no, I would try. I would say I think everybody should do it. Like, okay, I'll say even this: if you get good at it, you can have sex while doing this without um ejaculating into a woman. Like, because when a man ejaculates inside of you, what happens? He doesn't care about you anymore.
Wait, you
If you
think you think it's always the case like that?
Yeah, I mean, like, he doesn't care about you in that moment. It's gonna take him a while to regain that love for you. You know, you see what I'm saying? Like, after a guy buzzes a nut, he doesn't, I guess, care. He doesn't. Well, I know I don't. Like, I kind of back off me a little bit.
So you're saying you lose an attraction for the woman once you bust a nut in her?
Yeah, especially if it happens too fast, or you don't know the woman that well. I mean, I don't lose it. Yeah, it's like I don't care about him no more. Like, I don't care about him like I used to. Like, you got it, whatever.
Well, I wouldn't know about that because all of my lovers always try to come back. No, let me stop. But
Well, I say how
I
the way
know
you
what
are.
you mean.
You're kind of free, and guys don't like that, so they kind of keep trying to tame you. You got that Sagittarius, so you keep trying to tame you. So or you got that little chase going on for them. Of course, they're gonna come back.
I know, I get what you're saying. It's like the initial allure basically wears off.
Yeah.
Yes. So, oh man, what else was I going to ask you? So, do you have any other words of wisdom to provide to our viewers in terms of like how to manage some of your lower base desires? Because I feel like you've overcome this personal demon, and that's like very commendable of you. And I don't know, maybe you could share some of your wisdom with the world, and maybe this is part of your purpose too, to have come through it and help other people come out of it.
Well, I know I'm gonna lay another interesting fact on you, but it's a little off topic, but it's still on topic. Women are out there groping too. Now, I'm not talking about anybody ugly. It's actually some really nice looking women that's out there groping men, or I guess women too, and doing the same stuff guys are doing, but you just don't know because it's not known. Because women have groped me too.
I mean, I am guilty. I've groped a man once. No, well, Would it be because the last live stream I did tell the story about the stripper? I feel like that don't count though.
That's not. That really don't. No, that's not. That's you pretty much there for. So that really don't count. I mean,
Okay.
like the way I was doing it. The way I was doing it. I've met women that have done it to me. Well, I told you that's how I first started anyway. It started off as a girl at school, but that's not the only one. It was happened a few more times after that. Now I'm not even talking. It's not even related to school. It happened plenty of times at school. But I'm talking about as an adult. This has happened.
Where women just grope you.
Yeah,
Damn. You
yeah.
live in a groper world, huh?
But it's not like a whole bunch. But it's a few of them out there more than you think, and they go about it the same way. Because it happened to me. I realized when I was at LA Fitness, it was this girl. She was a really nice looking girl. I liked her too. And one day, she just kept walking by me, kept brushing me. I was looking like, what is she doing? I picked up on me. I know what she's doing. I know exactly what she was doing. So I started doing it to her.
Mm-mm-mm. It's a groping world, let me tell you. People are just freaks. That's what it comes down to. And some people just let the freak in them just get out of control. And I'm just glad that you're able to just rein it in and have it under control because, yeah, I think it would have just continued to get out of hand. Not to the point where you would have been raping anybody, but yeah, it could have
No,
just got out of hand where you got in trouble with the law or something like that, or maybe a woman would have hit you with something hard or something.
oh, okay. Well, okay. One thing I had a lot of mind control.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I was angry. So you got to think about it. I was angry while I was doing it. It wasn't like I don't know. It was intentional,
Yeah, I do remember you would talk about the angry thoughts.
right? So, women was most likely not going to touch me because I was probably I don't know if I was going to do anything. Nothing never happened. But if a woman probably tried to get tough with me in my head, I was already talking to her, like I guess talking to her subconscious that if you do something to me, you better not do nothing to me, or this is gonna happen. This and that is gonna happen. Knock you out. Blah blah blah. I was just kind of talking crazy to they, I guess to their subconscious, because I was talking to them. I was kind of like whispering in my head, but I was kind of like moving my mouth a little bit. But they could. It's nothing you can hear because I'm not really saying anything out loud, but I'm moving my mouth.
Now that right there, and I remember I really appreciate your honesty because I know for some people that wouldn't be easy to tell people what be going through your head, but to me that's the demon. That was the demon speaking through you.
Right.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
some
oh,
crazy.
I can feel it when it jumps on me. Yeah, well, people don't know demons can jump on you, and you can feel it if you know how to spot a demon. So, say I'm just in the store and I see something that I like a girl. So I can just be fine. Then a demon will jump on me, and then I get I like right now when I talk about it, it gets me kind of riled up. But
When you say
I,
roused up, you mean aroused?
no, not aroused. I never really got too much aroused from it, from groping women like that. It gets my body like kind of shaking a little bit.
Okay.
So and that's how it was when I would grope. I would see a woman and I kind of shake, and the demon would jump on me, and it'll kind of lower my vibration.
Yes, I get it.
Now I feel
Wow.
like almost kind of sick, but not like I just felt sick, like mentally sick.
Right.
Then I was
Wow.
I know I had like a crazy look in my eye, but it's like people wouldn't. I'm like, I wonder how, because at the same time, while this demon is on me, I'm still thinking in my conscious mind, like, dang, I must look real crazy coming through here. Like people not saying nothing to me. I'm like, I bet I look crazy just walking through here, because I know I can feel like something's wrong with me. But so I'll just walk up on women and I'll just do my thing. I have mind control over them, and I'll tell them not to do anything. You better not do anything, or this is gonna happen to you.
Wow. Wow. And not even where you really wanted to do that, but that's just, it was part of the whole groping
Right.
process.
Like I said,
Yeah.
at a certain point, like I said, it was fun. Then to the certain point, it started getting dark. After I kept doing it and doing it, doing it, and it started getting dark. Then I couldn't really control it. Like I said, I'll be walking out the store, ready to go home or go wherever I'm going. And then the demon would jump on me and tell me, "You better go back in there. You better go back. What you doing? You know you want to go back in there right now. Go back in there. You're like, I don't want to go back in there. And he's kind of hard to fight it. It's like it was just overpowering me until I went back there and and go do my thing.
Wow. Now, when you first had experience with like this demonic activity, do you remember how old you were?
I can't give you an age, but it had to be in my 20s, early 20s,
20,
or late teens.
18. And basically, the way you identify that demonic presence is when you start shaking.
Yeah, like now when I talk about it, I can just feel it.
Yeah, that's
I
your
can just feel
Saturn
that
square
energy,
Pluto.
that energy. It's just like a nervous feeling.
Yeah, that's your Saturn square Pluto because your Saturn's in the ninth house. Well, let me tell you, that ninth house ain't no joke. And like I be telling my students, I feel like people be downplaying that ninth house, but that ninth house, that's the super conscious. So that's like, and with Saturn and Aquarius there, you're like a wide ass antenna for anything that could be, coming through that super conscious. Like that's
Hmm.
basically the whole mind of the universe, the universal mind. So you could be having certain thoughts, words, even, voices that aren't even yours coming through. Now, in your case, it was thoughts that, they're not even yours, but you're processing them
Right.
and you're experiencing them. So yeah, that Saturn square Pluto is no joke that you got, and that Pluto's in the fifth house, which is dealing with the sexual aspect of it. Pluto alone is the sexual, but it's also the demons, that Pluto and Scorpio. Yeah.
Well, so okay, I see people talking in the comment section. So somebody just said, I kind of read that the women, oh, they were just afraid to speak up. But no, that's true. But I would put pre-plant fear in them. People don't understand. I had fear over them. I can tell you how I almost got caught one time because, so I put fear. Which I did. I based it on fear. I could put fear in a lot of women. Not that I'm saying it's intentional, but I'll put fear in them. But then I'll go back to being when I go back to being normal, so they hear me talk and I'm speaking like nicely. Then there's like it's like a if they can capitalize off that and they'll say, oh, he's, I guess whatever was on me, I guess it kind of just, I'll kind of throw it off for a second. And then they'll get, I guess they'll feel comfortable to say something. Then that's how I almost got caught with that one time. And I said, oh, I should have never even said anything because she would have never said anything to me because I had her under my control without saying anything.
Mm. Wow. You are a deep dude. I will say that. But again, I think that what you're going through is more common than what we know. You're just one of the very few that's willing to speak about it. And I'm not saying where, it's common like these men are having the exact same experiences you are, and women too, but it's coming in different shapes and forms, but it's still coming down to demonic attachment or demonic influence. And it can also just deal with a person's personal demons just overwhelming them. Basically, they're lacking that self control
Right,
because
that's because
personal
that comes
demons
from
are that
just
strong.
dwelling in that low energy. So if you already have something wrong with you, and then you start taking drugs, and then you start, so that's why people just have this prolonged addictions because they just don't know how to get up. They don't know how to raise their vibration.
Mm-hmm.
They're vibrating at that demon level. So when you vibrate that demon level, you're just gonna be a demon unless raise yourself out of that energy. So that's what I fought hard to do because I couldn't stand it. I hated going out with my family to go into the stores. It's like that's when they tempt you the most. When you with your family, that's when
Wow.
the best women will be out to try you.
Wow. Especially makes sense. Cancer rising. Makes sense. That it would be when you're out with your family. Yup. Trying to bring shame upon your family in that way. And that's how you know it is a demonic influence. Because these demons, usually they're not your friends. And they're gonna do things to try to just make you, put you in a fucked up state, basically.
All right.
So yeah, this is so fascinating to me. But
Yeah.
the women theme also comes with that Cancer rising as well.
And I have Mars and oh yeah, that Mars and Cancer. I know people are gonna say something now.
Oh
You
yeah,
got
he got
that
Mars
Mars.
and Cancer, y'all. Y'all already know how it is with that.
Well, I'm not like people get. I think y'all think I'm a Cancer, but I'm not a Cancer. I'm a Taurus.
Yeah, Taurus. Then you got that Aries energy with Venus, Mercury in Aries, Aries moon. That has a lot to do with it too because that's impulsivity.
Right, that's what that girl was. The girl I told you that when I was working at LA Fitness, she was the Aries.
Okay. Oh, and she was the one that was sending mixed signals, right?
No, 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 no. Is you talking? Which one? You talking about at my job? I was telling you about.
Wasn't you coming to me for readings about some chick at the gym and I was and I swear she was sending mixed signals or something. And I was like, leave that bitch alone or something.
Oh no, that
Remember
was
I was like, stop. I was like, act like you're not interested. And I was like, and watch. Wasn't it something? It was something where I swear it
no.
was
It
a
was
chick at the gym.
no, no. It was when I was going to the gym. This the Aries girl when I was working at the gym. This is the Scorpio girl.
Okay. So the Scorpio chick was sending you the mixed messages.
Right, the one I'm talking about was when I was working at the gym
But
some
wait,
years back.
I want you to tell this Scorpio story though. So what did you say stuff like she would be like sticking her butt in your face? Like she would do something,
She
but
would follow me around the gym.
okay, she was following you around the gym. Okay.
Right. And I peeped it and I peeped it for a while. I'm like, okay, she is following me around the gym and working out really close to me. So I started talking to her. Then I started trying to get a little close to her. Then she says, "Oh, I have a man. I have a man, blah blah blah." Cause I was just talking to her, so she told me she had a man. So I said, "Okay." Now I told you about it. Then I started ignoring her. Then she kind of tried to feel like something was wrong, tried to talk to me, but I was just kind of like, "Yo, what's up?" Like it's nothing. Like, well, how you want to talk to me? It's like you give me all these mixed signals, but when I try to talk to you, you don't want me. So I just stopped talking to her again.
Okay. That's some classic Scorpio stuff though. They love to play that cat and mouse game. But I gotta put you on mute real quick because I gotta answer this super chat, but don't hang up yet, okay? Is
Okay,
that okay? All
that's fine.
right. All right. Who is that? Little introvert. I gotta answer your super chat. Let me just pull it up real quick. Sorry to keep you waiting. All right. And then let me see. Who is this from? Okay. Thank you for your super chat. You said been with my boyfriend almost 3 years. Is he the one? His date of birth is 4/6/89. Yours is 10/29/90. Was my ex-boyfriend that died in a motorcycle accident sacrificed for his friend that's in the music industry? Oh, snap. That's a deep question. All right, so we're going to look at that first question first. So you said, been with my boyfriend almost 3 years. Is he the one? His date of birth is 4/6/89. And then you got 10/29/90. So is he the one? Make me think of that SWV song. You're the one. Coco. I love Coco. That voice, boy, but I swear she seemed like a straight up bitch. And it did come out because I watched the SWV Unsung again. And I was like, yeah, Coco was a straight up bitch. She did them other two chicks wrong. But I mean, she was the powerhouse of that group. Let's be real. All right. I got the King of Pentacles, so it looks like he is the one. I'm actually happy to see that. So he's the one, girl. Yes, he is. Does he have any Taurus energy? So I know he's an Aries, but let me know if he got some planets in Taurus because that could be where that King of Pentacles is coming from. But yeah, he's a keeper. So, and then you said, was my ex-boyfriend that died in a motorcycle accident a sacrifice for his friend in the music industry? And then you gave his friend's birthday. He was a Scorpio. 11/14/89. Let's see. So was your ex-boyfriend the one that died in a motorcycle accident? Wait a minute. Is your ex the 11/14 or was his friend 11/14? if your ex was an 1114, that would make sense that he died in a motorcycle accident. That would make a lot of sense. All right. So was he a sacrifice? Somebody said Sag don't do Taurus. I know that's right. Opus 642. I'll tell you, that sound like a high-end restaurant. Open 642. You don't know what the hell it mean, but you know them prices is high. I got the King of Wands. So that's not a sacrifice. So it looked like it could have been a situation of, it's time. Maybe it was a lesson he had to learn in terms of, just the risk you got to take when it comes to like riding a motorcycle. But I don't see that as being a sacrifice. So that's actually a good thing. All right. And the King of Wands, he does love his motorcycle. So let me know if he was just naturally reckless or if he was like, just kind of drawn to the fast life, fast cars, fast bikes, things like that. Did he have one of those sport bikes like a Ninja or whatever like that? Or was it a regular motorcycle like a Honda, a Harley? Yep, Michael K. Williams was 1122. He was a 22. That's sudden death. All right, I think that's it for the super chat. I'm about to bring Jay back on, and then I'm gonna bring another caller on after Jay. Wait a minute, who's this? Oh, no, she didn't. Okay. All right, Jay, I'm bringing you back on. What's up, Jay?
Hey, okay, I got a question. Can the chat ask me questions? Because I feel like, a lot of people had a lot of questions and a lot to say, but they weren't able to say it.
Well, I saw one question. The one question I saw was how many inches you got.
For real?
Yeah, of course I saw that question. I think it was Tracism asked that. She really, inquiring minds want to know. Now, if you don't feel comfortable, sharing that bit of information, you don't have to. But hey, this could be a tough crowd, so you better be prepared for some of these questions they're gonna be throwing at you. But y'all go get them.
So, okay, Tracy. Okay, I see Tracy.
Yeah, Tracy's the first. Yes, she said yes. It was her that said it.
Okay, how about this, Tracy? You guess. I want you to guess, and I'll see if you guess right. And I'll tell you.
I could guess just by your voice and the way you look. But go ahead, Trey. I'll let you guess.
That's close.
Wait, close in what direction? Are you saying she's on the short end? Like, is it more than like a little bit more?
A little bit more.
Hey, that's in that right area. That's that right territory. Okay, what about girth? Is it like, I'm not good with inches in terms of a round.
I've never measured. I'll say it's about medium. Medium thick, I guess. I don't know. I'll say this. Women, I don't know. Women just say, they just pop out, oh, your dick is so big. I'd be like, to me, it just throws me off guard every time. I'm like, okay, like, like.
One of those ones that is real thick at the base and then it starts to get a little smaller when it gets as it goes up, or is it just straight one size? Like the whole shaft is the same size.
It's almost the same size, except that the base is a little smaller.
So it's smaller at the base and it gets thicker as you go up top?
Yeah.
Wow. That's interesting. How y'all ladies think about that? Like, what do y'all think? And you don't have any issues with like erectile dysfunction or anything, right?
No, I never had that issue. In my mind, I have that issue. Like, I think I had an issue. Like, but when I come up to a woman and women try to get busy on me, I have no problem with that.
Okay. Let me ask you this now. I know some of y'all got questions, but I got a question. I don't know if I asked you this before, but have you went down on a woman yet?
Yeah, I have.
How many times?
I say at least twice.
You like it?
I already knew I was gonna like it.
How you know you was gonna like it?
I don't know. I just already knew I was gonna like it.
Because you a Cancer rising, Mars in Cancer.
Taurus sign too.
Mm-hmm.
I already
Mm-hmm.
knew I was gonna like that.
Okay. I'm glad you're not afraid of it. You know, back in the day, you did have some men that, said they wouldn't go in that territory. I mean, I never had a problem with attracting men that, did that, but it seems like, yeah, I'm glad that you're basically comfortable around that area of a woman.
Oh, is my
But the
picture
question is,
up
do
there?
you know how to do it right, though? That's the real question.
I guess I know how to do it right. I guess. I feel like I know what I'm doing.
Okay. All right, let's see what other questions that people are asking you. Let me see. Okay, Nikki Nick said she was going to comment on your nose. So, what do you want to say about his nose, Nikki Nick? You like that nose? That nose kind of strong, ain't it? I like a man with a strong nose. Yeah.
I mean, people used to make me feel ashamed of my nose back in the day. Oh, your nose is so big. Okay.
A big nose usually means a big dick in my book. All right, who else we got? Let me see. The light says she wish she had some red wine. Hey, you really set in the mood. But Taurus can do that.
No, okay. I want to know who the people. Okay, it was some people in here earlier. They were just having like they had like some. They had some questions. Like some people were like upset. Like, I don't know if they left because some people were upset. I want to at least try to
All right.
explain something to people that were upset because I know how that can be if you have trauma.
Okay, so let me go back up. It's hard for me to see, like, some of these comments aren't even available no more. But let's see.
I'm like five. I'm just looking. While you looking for that, I'm just gonna ask you some of the questions. I'm probably around like 5'11".
All right, here's a question. Oh, you're 5'11"?
Mm-hmm.
That's a nice height. You said the question is, what is Jay getting out of the demon's actions, or you wouldn't interact with them like that?
Say that again.
So Chelsea said, the question is, what is Jay getting out of the demon's actions, or you wouldn't interact with them like that? I guess she's saying you must be getting something out of it.
Oh, I'm getting a thrill. It's a thrill. It's a rush, and I like the feeling in my hands.
Okay.
Like the feeling of it, like a girl's a nice soft ass. It feels really good in my hands, and it's like a rush because you don't know if you're getting caught. It's like it's something really taboo. Not really supposed to be doing it. So it's like a huge thrill, and I'll say this. It's pretty exciting. It gives you like a highlight of your like it's like a highlight. Even though it's a bad highlight of your day, but it gives you a highlight in a rush of like for your day.
Okay.
You might not feel good afterwards because I don't be feeling good. I actually be feeling sick, like mentally sick, and I have to get myself back to regular. Especially when
After you do it, you said after you would do it, you would feel mentally sick, or
actually in the
even
moment I feel sick, but it feels like it's like a thrill. But then afterwards, it's like I feel so drained, like I feel really drained and like I feel
like somebody that is addicted to masturbation. I would guess, like
Oh, when I was younger, oh yeah, definitely big time.
Okay. All right. Let me see what other questions we have. Okay. Let me see. They all concerned about your dick, basically. Let me see what other questions. What other questions y'all have?
Somebody said, have I ever felt a thrill around a female family member? Yes.
I
Yeah.
think you did mention that before. Yeah.
And you said that possibly I was probably molested by a female family member, but I said if it was, I probably know who it is, but I can't recall from memory.
Right. And that's a high chance that that could have happened. Very much so. So yeah.
Yeah, I still can't remember. You said I could. I can't remember. Like I wish I
Hmm.
could, but I can't remember.
Well, a lot of the things that happened when you were really young, that especially you didn't understand or was uncomfortable, you could just put back in your memory, or suppress that memory.
I don't see. I guess you can, but in my mind right now, I feel like I don't suppress memories. I like to remember, but
I'm talking about when you were a kid,
I, I
and you're not doing anything on a conscious level to suppress it. It just happens that way.
oh, it just happened. Okay, I'm thinking
Yeah.
that you get traumatized and try to suppress it. That's what I'm thinking.
No, it don't even have to be where you were traumatized. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, I see what you're saying. I didn't know that can
But it still
happen.
could have been inappropriate, but not where you're being harmed. Like you know what I mean? Traumatized through it.
Yes, I know what you mean.
Yeah, and it could have just been something, a little inappropriate, crossing boundaries, and just next thing you know, and especially you have to think about that because you got that South Node Gemini in the 12th house, and usually there's going to be some problems with a sibling or a relative, and I think didn't you tell me you do have an issue with a sibling, or a relative, an uncle or something, and like living situation.
What you mean? Like,
Didn't you say like somebody was like kind of taking advantage of you money wise with the I think you were staying with an uncle or something, or
no, that's not me. No, I never had no. I never had no family money issues.
are you sure you didn't tell me something about, or it wasn't some type of business opportunity or something? Because I thought you came to me for a reading about something involving money,
Oh no, I just wanted money. Like
but
I
I
just
thought it had to deal with a family member, like a male relative.
no, I just wanted money
Or
just to have.
no, no, it was a dream you had. That's what it was.
Oh yeah, it had nothing to do. Oh yeah, it had to do with like I felt my some old friends and my cousin. Well,
Yes,
they was
cousin.
hating. They tried to steal my AirPods.
That's what it was, a dream.
You know,
Yeah.
I had to keep fighting them because they kept stealing it. And no matter where I tried to hide them, they kept stealing it. I had to like, hey, stop stealing my AirPods.
And do you remember what I told you? What the purpose, like the meaning of that dream was? Because I
Yeah,
don't remember like this.
I saved it. I have it saved.
Yeah, that was deep. But that's
Yeah,
that
I was at
South.
a nice place. I was in like a nice home setting or like a townhouse or something. Really nice place. And I had some old friends over there, and my cousin was over there. Rest of my family, they kept my friends kept stealing my AirPods. They kept stealing them, and I kept getting them back. They kept stealing them. I had to kick them out. And I think my cousin tried to like. He was like, "Okay, they kicked out. Let me try to steal them." He tried to steal them.
Okay. All right. I'm trying to see if anybody has any other questions. Okay. Ellie wants to know, have you ever had any horrible nightmares related to this?
From like messing with women or something like that.
I guess that's what she means.
No, no, because I'm causing I guess I'm causing the nightmare. I'm not getting preyed upon. I'm the predator. So no.
Wow. Wow. You know how deep that is, what you just said?
I'm not-
That you're the predator and that's why you don't have these dreams, right?
no, yeah, I don't have the dreams because I'm causing this.
Because I swear I read somewhere, and granted, I'm not calling you a psychopath, but I read somewhere that psychopaths, they don't dream,
I
or
dream.
especially they don't have disturbing dreams like that would like deal with their conscience, messing with them. And again, I'm not calling you a psychopath, but I did hear that somewhere about how somebody that does, something that's wrong, they don't have these dreams, like disturbing dreams, or at least they might say they don't remember them.
I've had disturbing dreams, but not. about that. And I don't have them too often, but yeah, I had a few disturbing dreams before, but not about anything relating to women or something like that.
And you never had a dream of getting caught.
No,
So, and see, that's how you know it's that demon running through you, because that demon don't have no conscience.
no, it didn't have no. Oh, not at all.
Yeah,
No,
so
I
it's
didn't
not
feel
even
nothing
like it would
barely.
be disturbing you where you're like, oh no, I know I'm doing wrong. Let me because usually something like that, if you know you're doing wrong and it's eating with your conscious, a lot of times it will come out through a dream. Like it might be a dream where you get caught or something.
Oh no, no, not even a little bit. Like when I'm deep mode into it, it's no oh yeah, this is wrong. Like it's like, no, you better go do that. Like look what she got on. You better go. Like look at it. She wants you. Like what you? Are you gonna let her? When she go out there walking out the house with this on, you better go ahead and do that. What's wrong with you, boy? You better do it. She wants you to do it. Do it. Do it. And you go do it. It's like, okay. And it's like never enough. You just eventually you gotta walk away because you don't want to, eventually just get caught or just causing too much problems. But if somebody does not show interest at all, because some of them do show interest, if somebody just kind of like, if I just kind of, because it's a process, you don't just go in and start going crazy. You kind of just try to vet them, try to, tap them to see what they react like. If they kind of move, you kind of like know, like, hey, okay, that's not what they want. So let me just back off this one. Some of them will kind of play into it. I guess some of them, they might get stuck and not know what to do. Some of them like it. Is a I guess you're dealing with various personalities when you're doing that. You just learn how to read people.
Interesting. So it still seems like you're very detached, and that could be your Saturn Aquarius. You're very detached from the whole groping thing. Again, it really in terms of basically, again, the accountability thing. Because while we know that is this demonic influence, I can tell when you talk about it, it's still really no guilt on your part. More so like this was this process that I would go through, and it just is what it is. And and again, I'm not saying you should be like just beset with all this guilt, but it seems like you are very much rationalizing, what was going on. And I guess that was the best way for you to be able to even deal with, this demonic influence or whatever. But yeah, I can't even imagine being, controlled by a demon like that, to the point where, you're even hearing these voices. Because when you were having that dialogue with yourself, like, yeah, come on, boy. Was it where you were hearing a separate voice?
I wouldn't know. It was like they, like you said, talking through me. It's like me. It's like me talking to you right now, but
Uh-huh.
it's like something taking over me to. It's not like a voice. It's kind of like it's like a voice, but it's not a voice because it's like a battle in your mind. It's like you talking to two people, like a Gemini. It's like having an argument with two people in your head, but it's like a bully making you do something. You know how somebody is. You got to think about it in like a real person,
Mm-hmm.
like two real people. Say you're a kid and your parents telling you to do something. Your parents don't overrule you because they're bigger, stronger, and probably smarter than you. So it's like a parent overruling their kid. You kind of like your parent tell you, "Oh, go clean your room." You don't want to do it, but since your parent, has all this power over you, you go ahead and do it. That's what it kind of like how it kind of is. You see, you understand?
And that very much is coming from, again, that Saturn and Aquarius in the ninth house. It's coming from the Gemini South Node too, but where you're actually entertaining these thoughts, it is coming from that place out there. And that can even deal with, again, it's not these separate voices, it's just coming through as your own thoughts. But
Right.
and it's very hard for you to suppress it. Now that Saturn square Pluto, that same aspect does point to where you try to suppress these thoughts. You try to suppress this energy that's coming through. But yeah, my thing is, I'm just afraid you might revert back one day, because I don't know, it might take one situation to trigger you or to trigger that demonic response in you, and next thing you know, you're giving yourself over to it again. One thing I'm gonna ask you is, what about drinking? Do you drink, number one? And if so, do you have like a certain threshold in terms of drinking? Because I would think that that would just make you more easily susceptible to this demonic influence if you were drinking.
I'll say this: when I drink, I only drink a little bit, and then when I drink, I don't want to do anything but go to sleep.
Okay, so it kind of just dulls you and just knocks you out.
Yeah, drinks make me do less. Like if anything, a drink is gonna make me do less. I never drunk to the point where I don't, I can't um, comprehend anything. I never got drunk before. I've gotten high before, but I've certain drinks. I think certain drinks will make me upset because I was out with one of my friends. I was at his house and I bought him some I think some whiskey, and I took a shot of the whiskey, took a few shots of whiskey, and I just happened just to go to Chipotle, and I was just kind of getting up. I can just feel myself getting upset, and I'm usually upset about small stuff like the line being too long or somebody did something stupid. I'm usually not upset about things like that. Maybe like brown liquor might trigger
Mm-hmm.
me in the wrong setting, but not to probably touch anybody. I don't think because I don't like I said I don't really drink
Mm-hmm.
or do
Now, somebody
drugs.
had asked if you had an imaginary friend growing up.
I had a group of them. I had a group of imaginary friends, and I can change their clothes. I can,
Oh wow!
yeah,
Stop it.
I create names for them, change their clothes, and I had like a few of them, and I would just play with because I didn't have any kids in my neighborhood, and I only had an older sister. I didn't have a younger sister yet, so I would just pretty much play by myself with my imaginary friends, and I can talk to them in my head. And I can create outfit for them. I can create height. I can age them. I can do pretty much anything I want to them with them.
When you said change their clothes, would you really pull clothes out of your drawer, or would you
No, no, no,
just
no. This is all in my
imagine?
imagination.
Okay,
I'm
like
not.
they were
No,
like imaginary dolls, and you where you could change their clothes.
no. These are like now. I'll create humans.
No, I mean, you know how you got a doll and you change their clothes, but you're doing it in the imaginary sense, but it's a human
Right.
instead. Yeah. So when you say change their clothes, you would be like, okay, today you're wearing a blue sweater. Like you would be like that.
Nah. It's like I would treat them like real people, kind of like they would just change. I would just change their clothes on their own. I wouldn't say, "Hey, were you wearing a blue sweater? You wearing Nikes?" I didn't try to put control over them. I kind of just Well, I guess I was controlling my day in my imagination, but I kind of just made it seem like it was a different day. Or I probably wouldn't always change their clothes. That's just too much work. I kind of just want to play with them because I didn't have friends.
Wow. Oh,
Well,
thank you,
not in the neighborhood.
Marcus.
I didn't have friends in the neighborhood because, like I said, I wasn't not really a loner kid. I was pretty popular. I wasn't like antisocial and weird. People didn't find me antisocial and like strange. People found me strange. People like that I was strange, and they wanted to hang around me. I was been like kind of popular. I was never outcasted.
Mm-hmm.
I was never really outcasted by girls or guys. I was just outcasted from sex with girls.
So, but you like, what age were you dealing with? Like, what age did you stop believing in these imaginary friends?
They just kind of dissipated.
Okay.
Things just kind of dissipated. Like I would just kind of get over things. Maybe when I probably got well, not want to say because I got friends around the neighborhood. That's like I said, I had cousins too. But it's when didn't have people around. I can't say it just kind of dissipated.
Okay. All right. So I'm about to let you go, but I just want you to provide some parting remarks or any last thoughts, or if you see any questions in the chat that you wanted to answer. You are freaking people out. I will say that with what some of what you're saying. But tonight's show is about overcoming personal demons. And,
I can definitely see. Oh, the heavy Ted Bundy vibes. No, I'm not about to kill you. I'm about to kill you. I don't kill nobody. I didn't even rape nobody before. I'm not even aggressive doing sex with women. I kind of shoot. Sometimes I be like they about to rape me, but not. I'm not. I'm not that kind of person. I know, it's something,
And honestly, Jay, if I felt like you were that type of person, I wouldn't even have you as a client. So I do feel like, you aren't that type of person, because I do have my limits too. And I will draw the line with people that I feel like it's just, you're just too dark sided for me. So no, I don't see you as that at all. While I don't agree with, um, what you did, I do understand that, some people do have these personal demons that they need to really overcome. And, everybody got a story. And yeah, but I just thank you for being so candid. And because you might be helping somebody that has a similar situation, a similar issue like you, and maybe he or she felt like they really couldn't control themselves, but maybe it takes your coming on here to help them to see that, no, if Jay can overcome his issue, maybe I can overcome mine. And I feel
right.
like that's the essence of tonight's live stream with you being on here. But go ahead.
I want to say this. The reason why I'm not a rapist and I did what I did because I didn't like when what I'm talking to people in my head, and the people, I don't know them and they're not talking to me. So to me, when I'm doing that, it doesn't feel like it's real. Like if I'm talking to you and I know you, it's hard for me to actually hurt somebody. Like if somebody's screaming and telling me to stop, there's no way I can do that because now I realize that it comes to my mind that, oh, they're actually a human. Let me stop doing, let me not. I'm hurting somebody. I'm actually hurting somebody. But when somebody will not really give you too much reaction, you kind of just, well, I kind of, it's like that's why I could probably do what I do so easy. It's no emotional reaction to anything. If I could actually feel somebody emotion or talk to somebody that I'm doing this to, that feeling would pretty much go away. So it's not like I'm just, if somebody's screaming and hollering and hurting, I wouldn't, feel that because I would definitely feel it, and I would never take nothing that far. I couldn't handle it. That's why I never did anything to kids or anything, nothing.
Yeah. Oh, well, okay. Well, thank you for coming on. And I'm glad you reached out to me. And I'm glad you provided updates. And yeah, I just hope that you continue to evolve. I think you have evolved tremendously since you first came to me. And I'm just grateful that you came to me, period, because that's what I'm here for, to help people to overcome some of their challenges that's inherent in their natal chart. So yeah, if I can help you, I feel like I can help a lot more people.
Yeah, but
And
they have to listen to you. I'll say that. I'll say listen to Rahbinah. She has a lot of great knowledge. So if you need help out there, don't be afraid to take her advice to see if it works or not.
oh, thank you so much. All right, so I gotta give some special attention to Marcus, but yeah, so thank you again, and yes, keep in touch. Okay.
All right, no, all right, my
All
bad.
right.
Okay,
All
okay,
right. Take.
all right.
Bye bye. All right, Marcus. Thank you so much for your super chat. So you said, hi, Rahbinah. For the past 5 years, I've been seeing number synchronizations a lot, particularly 111, 222, 444, 555, and 1111. Lately, I've been seeing 111 heavily. What is it about? Can you pull some cards for me, especially for 111? Okay. So 111, just off the rip, that is a number of luck, abundance. It is a number of good things to come. But you could also be dealing with some conflict in terms of ego. Ego could get out of control with that 111. And that could even be symbolizing three men. So let me know if that rings a bell with the three men with this 111. But let me pull a card about 111 and I'll tell you what I see. All right, let's see. Man, I don't know about y'all, but that it must be Jay's Taurus energy because I'm hungry now. I might have to get me something to eat. I didn't eat much today. So yeah, I don't know. It's that Taurus vibe. I was just like, damn, I'm hungry. Somebody else mentioned that they're hungry too. So I got the world card, which is so dope because the world card that breaks down to 3, and 111 breaks down to 3. So this is again, it's about abundance, but it can also deal with coming full circle, completing what you started as well. Um, just those ones alone can deal with where you become very passionate about something, but once the enthusiasm wears off, then you could lose interest and you might end up losing momentum. So it's basically saying just to keep on, even if you're experiencing some snags, just keep forging ahead. Keep your eyes on the prize. Keep your eyes directed to the stars or shoot for the stars, all that good stuff. So, yeah, 111 is really positive for the most part. Let's see about 222. Now, 222, that's 6. So that breaks down to 6. So that could be very fortunate as well. We're talking about Venus energy. We're talking about love, money, relationships. So if you're seeing that lately, some money might be coming. Thank you, East African Queen, for your super chat. I'll answer your question in a minute. So 222, let's see what card I'm going to get. So we got Ace of Swords. When I see that Ace of Swords, it makes me think about things happening in the right time. But also, we're talking about legalities and things that could manifest on the end of justice. And Ace of Swords is a card of justice. And with 222 breaking down to 6, that could deal with matters of justice as well. Matters of justice, fairness, making sure you're getting your fair share. So when you see that 222, you need to make sure you're getting your fair share, number one. You need to make sure that you are justified in terms of your actions. And you also just want to do things in the proper timing, because you might be trying to push things before you're ready or trying to rush things. And then 444, that's 12. So 12, you got to be careful of, because you could be doing too much. When you see 444, you could be doing something to excess. And just all those 4s alone can just basically set you up for getting into some type of, I'll say, quagmire or some kind of messed up situation. You got to kind of exercise caution when you see those 4s. And you got to basically really go through things with a fine-tooth comb. So if we're talking about a contract, or if we're talking about a person that's offering you some type of deal, you might want to really check them out before signing on the dotted line, because yeah, it's basically telling you to be alert, look alive. Now let me see what card you get. Oh, y'all just blessing me with the super chats. I'll get to y'all questions in a minute. Thank you so much. All right. So I got the King of Wands. And the King of Wands, he is alert. He is ready. A lot of times he's ready for battle, you could say. But it's also a card where basically he's forging ahead. He's moving forward. But at the same time, he's not going to allow somebody to take him off of his path to success. So that goes back to what I was saying about, you just got to be careful if somebody's offering you something, especially if they're trying to take you off of the path that you're trying to go in. You know, just be careful about that. Also, just be careful about taking people's advice. I mean, you could take mine, but if somebody is providing unsolicited advice, you just want to be careful about that. 555, that right there is 15, breaks down to 6. That's a very good positive number. When you see that, basically it can mean that things are about to turn around in your favor. Somebody could be coming into your life that's going to benefit you greatly. And also, that's a magical number as well, because those five alone is a magical number. So you might want to do something to manifest something that you've really been wishing for. If you see that 555 a lot, I got the 10 of Wands. So that makes sense, because the 10 of Wands is about ambition, accomplishment. It's about going further than you've already gone. And it's also a card of travel. So you might have to drive out of your way, or out of your local area. If you see that 555, you might have a trip coming up, things like that. And then you said 1111. A lot of times 1111 is a wake-up call. A lot of times it means that some change is upon you, so you better get ready. And it can also denote sudden changes, and it can also manifest as sudden death. Not saying it's going to occur in your situation, but sudden death could be in the figurative sense. Now, I got the Chariot for 111, 1111, and that Chariot is about forging ahead despite what is in your way, continuing on. And again, it's kind of like the card I was talking about with that King of Wands, where you're not going to allow anybody to derail you off your path. But that also makes me think of the cards that you're working on, because we're talking about the Chariot. So when you see that 1111, that could deal with the card projects. And you did mention you're working on 2 cards at the same time. And just taking those 2 11s, that's conflict. So there could be times when you're putting too much focus on one thing at the expense of the other. So just know that you need to sometimes be more on the end of balancing out things, not going too far to the right, not going too far to the left. So I hope that helps. I hope you're doing well, Marcus. And thank you again. You're so generous all the time. All right, who else we got? I saw a super chat come in for East African Queen. Thank you for your super chat. You said, do you see me marrying the guy that I am dating now? I love questions like this. Let's get married. Said I've done it all. Frankly, girl, I'm tired of this emptiness. That's what you want him to say. I want to come home to you and only you. 'Cause making love to just anyone ain't happening. I ain't never had no guy tell me that shit. Damn. And think about all the years we put in this relationship. All right. You got the 9 of Swords, which is a no. So the guy that you're dating is not going to be your husband. But that's probably for a good reason, and you'll find out later on. All right. Then I got a super chat from Miss Avio. Thank you so much. You said, will I be moving abroad next week? Wow, that's a big move. Will you be moving abroad next week? I got the 7 of Cups, which tells me it won't be next week. So it looks like you might have to deal with a plan B. Because a lot of times when you see that 7 of Cups, it shows that you need another option, or you need to explore another way. You need basically, you need to be more flexible and be open to another alternative. So you might have to delay your move abroad by a week or 2, perhaps. But I just say be flexible. If you can't make it next week, hey, could be the week after or the week after that. So I hope that helps. And then thank you so much, Nikki Nick. You said, hi, Rob. Will there be a career advancement opportunities at my current job, or should I continue to look elsewhere? All right. So for you, with that $20 super chat, I'm going to do a 4-card reading. Will there be career advancement opportunities at your current job, or should you continue to look elsewhere? And then after your question, I'm going to check my email and then see if Lily wants to come on. And then I think somebody else wanted to come on too. All right. So it starts with the 2 of Cups. So that could deal with the current contractual agreement that you're under with your current job. Challenge is the 4 of Swords. So that's basically you just in a state of contemplation, Four of Swords can also show that you're being rather indecisive. You don't know which way to turn. But that Four of Swords can also mean that not much is going on at your current job in terms of career advancement. Now, what's interesting is that Vice is the Knight of Pentacles. So let me just type that into the chat, because sometimes Knight can sound like 9. So just so we're clear, Knight of Pentacles. So the particular deck that I'm using, it actually looks like the dude is walking away. And he's usually with a traditional Knight of Pentacles, you see a guy, he's on top of a horse. In this particular situation, he's actually walking away with the horse walking behind him. And in my opinion, that is to continue to look elsewhere. And Knight of Pentacles is a card of stagnation. So that's telling me that at your current job, you could be experiencing some stagnation, and you may feel like there's no choice but for you to move on and pursue other opportunities. Oh, yeah. And then the outcome is the Moon. That's the transition card right there. So, yep. So just like I said, time to pursue other opportunities because you're pretty much stuck where you are right now. I don't see you basically advancing much, especially in the time frame you deem to be fit. All right, what's going on, Miss ABO? So you say you hate this club. What club? What's going on? You said these years are effing hurtful. I'm mad. Oh no, what's going on? Oh, happy, you ready? Happy, happy, joy, joy, happy, happy, joy, joy. Okay. So you got the link. Did you get the link I sent you? Happy? Oh, you're welcome, Nikki Nick. You said I can't get the jobs I used to get, and those jobs are there. Oh, I get you. I get you. You say you think you lost your magic. That's very much that Seven of Cups card, too. That's crazy you said that. Wait a minute, who's a Cancer? Who are we talking about? All right, let me see if somebody sent me an email. Somebody sent me an email about ever hear of securing a bag. It's this candle company. I'm like, I am not going to sell your candles because they're overpriced. I tried. But there was something else I was going to talk. Oh, yeah. But I'll wait till Happy comes on. So we're waiting for Happy to join in. And then let me see. We already talked about that, Jen. We really didn't get into Michael K. Williams' chart yet. But while we're waiting, we might as well. So let me pull him back up. And we still got to talk about these serial killers. I don't know about y'all, but I'm not too crazy about all that gray in the beard. What y'all think? Now, sometimes, if it's done right, the gray can have a little nice look, especially if it's that salt and pepper gray. And is it just me? But it seems like men's beards are like turning gray earlier on in life. Like some dudes be like 32 and they all beard already turning gray. Like, is it because life has become that stressful? Is that what it is? All right, thank you, East African Queen, for your super chat. So you said, do you see me staying at a job that I am at now, making a lot of money? Do I see you staying at the job you are at now and making a lot of money? Won't you stay, darling, stay in my corner. That's my shit. You make me, oh, so proud. Stay, darling. That's a real old song. Stay in my corner. That was my shit. Okay. I got the 7 of Pentacles, which tells me that you're going to come to a threshold in terms of how much money you can make at that job, and it's going to be time to move on. So just don't expect much from that current job. Don't expect to get rich, or, don't even expect to feel satisfied with what you're receiving, especially as time goes on and inflation continues to increase and all this crazy stuff. So yeah. So it sounds like somebody sent me a cash app. So let me just check that. Oh, and we got Lily. Oh, Chelsea. Thank you for your super chat, Chelsea. And my next guest is about to come on, so I'm going to welcome her in a minute. So Chelsea said, foster pup with all the surgeries just got an adoption app, moving in a 7th house with N and A. Is it her perfect fit? Okay. So will this home be a perfect fit? What type of pup is it, Chelsea? I got the 7 of Swords. Oh God. See, I don't want to worry you, but it doesn't look like it's so much of a good fit. They might even dip out on the little pup once the pup starts to get a little, more too hard to handle maybe. Or it could just be that the pup starts trying to run away. But that 7 of Swords does not look like a good fit for Miss Puppy. Or is it a girl or a boy? And what breed is it? Because, some breeds are more difficult to train and handle than others. So, that could come into play. But yeah, 7 of Swords doesn't look good. Not for an adoption situation with a pet. All right, Oro. So you said, what are finances looking like for the next 12 months? So this is going to be a very generalized answer because I'm going to just pull one card. And I got 3 more people. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Siobhan. So the overall theme in terms of your finances for the next 12 months, I got the 9 of Pentacles. That's one of the best cards you can have, Oro. So it looks like you're going to be doing well financially. You're going to have everything that you basically need and then some. So again, 9 of Pentacles, money-wise, that's the card you want to be looking for because it's like you have more than enough to go around. Hell, you might even have some money to like invest and all that good stuff. So yeah, looks really good. And then Siobhan, so you're seeing 3 more people. Let me go back up. So I got Chelsea. I answered that. CC Doll. Here we go. Thank you so much for your super chat. You said, my husband has a son that does not live with us. I want to know if he dislikes me. There was an incident where I believe he pushed my newborn baby off the bed, but he lied about it. Hey, why does it sound familiar? I swear I heard a story like this before. So you want to know if your husband's son dislikes you. Let me know how old he is if you can tell me. So does your husband's son dislike you? And let me know if you told me this story before. I swear I heard a story like this before. So he's 14. Is he fat or chubby? Why am I getting like an image of a fat or chubby kid? Please let me know. Is he like thick, chubby? So you're saying you may have told me in a private reading. Okay, so he's built. So he does have some weight on him though. Okay. Because I am getting some bulk. So your situation is 7 of Wands. And that's you wanting to stay on top of things. That's basically you wanting to make sure that things are in order. And where there's no foolishness going on. Challenge is the high priestess. So that's just basically you not, you feeling unknown. You're not sure about what's going on. You're kind of in the dark about how he feels about you. Then I got the 5 of Cups. That can tell me that he does have some resentment towards you, or he just may not like certain things about you. He may feel like he has to more so tolerate you than actually, wanting to like develop a relationship with you. I'm going to say there's some things that he does like about you, but then there's some things that he doesn't like about you. But overall, the feeling is not positive that he has towards you. Hey, we got a new diggable planet in the house. Thank you, Miss Abiel, for becoming a diggable planet because you cool like that. Let me highlight your question again. That 5 of Cups is a card of resentment, and it's also a card of just having this. So you said, I think he has had resentment towards me since I married his dad. And yeah, that very well could be the case. Does he have any planets in Scorpio in his chart? Because those are some of the kids that could have it the hardest when mom or dad gets married or brings a boyfriend or girlfriend into the family dynamic. So let me know if this kid has any Scorpio energy in their chart. Or it could be a Scorpio rising. So he's a Virgo with a cap moon. Well, Virgos, they don't like a change in their routine or anything. But yeah. So let me see what the outcome is going to be. So with the outcome, I got the 3 of Pentacles, which shows that there's some hope. It shows that at the end of the day, I think he can start to develop more of a positive view of you. So it's also really about him watching you. So he's going to be watching you. Hey, Yvonne. Hey, what's up, Yvonne? So Yvonne said, you gave me the best chart read I ever had, like 5 years ago. Still read it from time to time. Much love, Rahbinah. Oh, thank you so much. That made my night. Let me tell you. Wow. So you said, although I don't know his rising. Well, he could be a Scorpio rising, and that could be part of it. But yeah. But the good thing is you got the 3 of Pentacles as the outcome. And that can mean that at some point, especially the older he gets, like him being 14 right now, and you can't expect too much from him. He's very immature. He's going through that adolescence phase. But it looks like over time, he'll start to really warm up to you more. And maybe it won't be where y'all have this great relationship, but it does look like he will learn to respect you more, and he will develop a better view of you or a more positive view of you. So I'll say just give it some time, but I will also say, just be extra. I would just be a little more vigilant around my baby. But your baby is probably older by now, right? You said, okay, I just want to make sure he doesn't take his anger out on my smaller kids. Well, let me check real quick if that's possible. Will he take his anger out on your smaller kids? We got cut right to the chase with this little kid. Wait a minute. Willow Green. Whose birthday is that? March 29th? Who are we talking about? You said this early Halloween. Whoa. Wait a minute. It's only September. You talk about Halloween already? All right. I got the Empress. And that tells me that your children are pretty much safe. So I don't see him taking it out on the little ones. And mainly that's due to you. Because he probably knows he can't cross certain lines with you. But I don't even see him having it in him to do that. So, and like I said, the more he grows up, the better off he'll be, and you'll be able to have more peace of mind. Hey, Sarah. Thank you so much for your super chat. So you say, can I really trust my Cancer guy with my house keys and car keys while I'm on vacation? He's a 716. Please. Okay, let's see. Can you trust him with your house? That is so Cancer of him. Can you trust him to basically be a house sitter with the car keys and the house keys? Damn. That dick must be good. She said, you could take the car, take my money. She said, my house and my car. For one hit of it, you can have it all, baby, babe. Is that what you said, Sarah? You was like, take my money, my house and my car. All right, let's see. Is it going to be cool? Okay. I don't like the fact that I got the Ace of Wands for the advice. For the challenge card, I got the Ace of Swords. I'm just saying it looks like something could go wrong while you're on vacation. First of all, why are you allowing him to have the keys to your house and your car? Please enlighten me on this. Why? Why does he need the car keys and the house keys? You don't even have any pets, do you? Where he would have to like feed the pets or anything? Where you at, Sarah? Because I don't like the way this looks. Because with that Ace of Wands, that's like something could come up while he's in that house, or something could come up while he's driving your car, or something with the car, or then the outcome is the Hermit card. So that could be you got questions. You asking a lot of questions like, well, how did this happen when you were supposed to be doing this or doing that? Sarah, where you at? I don't see. All right, we'll go. Oh, there you are. So Sarah, like, why do you want to give him the house keys and the car keys? I could see if you're asking him to just watch your house. Like, he could watch your house without getting the keys to the car and the house. Like, he could just do a quick little like look over there, because doesn't he live right across the street? All right. So, well, Sarah, let me know. I gotta move on, but let me know about that. But I'm saying no. So you said, can I really trust my Cancer guy with the house keys and car keys? I'm saying no. Yeah, and think about it, like the arrow said, if you have to ask, it's basically a no. So yeah, I think your house will be fine while you're gone. And then let me see who else we got. We got Lisa Lena. You said, is that guy that I am dating now serious about me? Or do you see him being real with me? Or does he even love me? Damn. So you said, is the guy that I'm dating now serious about me? Or do you see him being real with me? Or does he even love me? Okay, let's see. Oh, you said your brother. Oh, did you have a question? I'm going to have to go back up. Willow. Oh, okay. So you said, will he finally get promoted? I got you, Willow. Let me write you down just so I don't forget. All right. Is he serious about you? Do you see him being real with you? Do I see him being real with you? Does he even love you? And then I got to bring Lily on because she's waiting. I got the Queen of Swords, which means that you are questioning. You got some questions, you're unsure, and you're basically approaching this in a very rational manner, which I like. Challenge is the Knight of Wands, which tells me he's not really here to stick around. He's basically content upon, sowing his royal oats, I guess you could say, or basically still playing the field. He's not ready to just be yours and your one and only. And I got the Four of Swords, which is not a card of being serious about you or love. Basically, he's not really sure. He's biding his time right now. And then the outcome I have is the Tower, which is telling me that at the end of the day, you're probably going to be disappointed with this situation. You're going to want to break free, or that could be him breaking free, liberating himself from this situation. So I'm going to say, no, he does not love you. No, I don't see him being real with you, because if he was real with you, you wouldn't be asking this question. And then you said, is he serious about you? So no, he's not serious, but I will say he's enjoying the time that he's spending with you. He's content to just keep things the way that they are for now until he feels it necessary to break free and deal with somebody else. So I hope that now, gives you some power. Now that you know where he's coming from, now you're empowered. Now you don't have to be, just wondering. Now you know exactly where you stand with him. So now you can act accordingly. And that's always the best thing. Once you understand the beast, you can kill the beast. You're welcome. That's what I like to say. You got to understand the beast before you could kill the beast. Okay, so looks like I got a super chat, but I also have to answer Willow. Not super chat, Cash App. So Willow, let me answer you first real quick so I don't forget, because you're a diggable planet. Where you at? You said something about, will my brother get this promotion? I think you said. Will he finally get promoted? And you're talking about your brother, right? I'm definitely going to have to give me a snack. I might have to go to In-N-Out Burger. Their burgers are good, but their fries kind of taste like cardboard. Will he finally get promoted? That's kind of tricky. Let me pull another card, because I got the Three of Swords. And on one hand, that can mean that he is branching out. But then I got the Lover's card. I'm going to say yes. So it does look like he will finally get promoted. Will he be satisfied and happy? Maybe in the long term, maybe not. But yeah, so it does look like he will finally get promoted, because you can look at that Three of Swords as branching out. And then the Lover's card is a transition. And then the card I have after that is the Queen of Pentacles, which can be where he is at a place where he really feels like he's getting paid what he's worth. He's basically using his skill set, all that type of stuff. All right, let me check the Cash App. Oh, thank you so much, Tasha. Oh, okay, who we got? All right, I am well versed. Okay, I can answer yours offline. I'll send you an email later. Thank you so much for your your Cash App. And then we got Asia. So Asia, post your question. Thank you so much for the Cash App. And then who else we got? Miss Avio. You said, when will I get my magic back? This is too much. I feel you. Sometimes it's just too much. When will you get your magic back? First, I'm gonna look at. I'm gonna have a wide window of time. So let's say 2 years. I'm gonna say, will you be able to get your magic back in 2 years? If it looks like yes, then I'm gonna cut it down even further. I got the King of Swords, which is telling me by then, yeah, you'll have had it back. So let me see if it's going to be within the next 6 months. Will you get your magic back? Lily, I'm coming. I'm sorry it's taking so long. So I got the Ace of Wands, which tells me, yes, you'll be able to get it back within 6 months' time. Might be even sooner than you think. So you might have to do some things to just clear things out the way. You might even have to do a cut and clear spell. Thank you so much for your super chat, Eenie Butterfly. Let me know if you have any question or If that's just on the strength for this live stream, thank you so much. You're welcome, Willow. And then there was somebody else that had a question too. Asia. Where you at, Asia? Did I tell y'all I had a wonky eye this week? That's another reason why this week was rough. There you are. Asia, post your question. Let me see if you already posted it. Something got into my eye this week, y'all, and it still ain't right. But I think it's because I was sweeping this my patio outside, and probably some dust kicked up, and it got into my eye, and then my eye is still kind of sore. But yeah, it like puffed up, looked like somebody punched me in the eye. And because I'm all spiritual, I'm like, who put roots on me? I'm like, who cursed me? But no, it's feeling better though. But it still feel kind of like it still ain't fully back. Yes, I do, Oro. So yeah, just send me an email if you want some more information. I know I gotta go to the store. I had this small amount of eye drops left, and it wasn't coming out, so I ripped the whole top off and then just dumped it in my eye, and that didn't really work. But I've been putting like tea tree oil because it's like this little bump on the inside of my eyelid, and yeah, it came up after I was sweeping that patio. I think that had a lot to do with it. Some debris got into my eye. And I'm all like, who cursed me? I'm like, somebody gave me the evil eye. All right, here you go. So you said, what is going on with this dude? He's acting weird in a matter of hours. In a matter of hours, dating 2 years, he's born 1030. Maybe he got the shots of us. You said he's acting weird in a matter of hours, and you've been dating him for 2 years. What do you mean by weird? Please enlighten us. Please let us know. I know, but you know, I'll be back. I'll be back in full effect. Give me a year. No, not even a year. Give me 6 months. But yeah, my eye is all jacked up. So what is going on with this dude? Interesting. Okay, let's see. What do you mean by he's acting weird? I'm curious. I want to know. Like, what is he doing? Okay. So I got the Six of Swords for the situation, which can mean that he is not as being as close to you as he usually is. Maybe he's starting to act more detached. The challenge is the Magician. Is he having a hard time getting it up? Is he lacking confidence? What's going on? Look like he's lacking confidence in himself right now. The advice I got is the Hangman. So when you see the Hangman like that, it can mean that more of his true self is coming out. So even though you said weird, I'm not answering his text. Wait a minute. You said weird as in not answering my texts and calls. Yeah, that's that Six of Swords. Again, he's like detaching himself. And then the Hangman is dealing with where you're seeing more of his true self. So you're saying he does lack confidence. So even though you've been dating him for 2 years, when I see this Hangman card, it's basically telling me that he hasn't revealed himself fully to you. So now you're seeing this other side of him. He might be going through a period of depression, and he may not just want to be talking to nobody right now, because that's the Hangman too. A lot of times it means that you're not whole. Okay, post your question, Eni. A lot of times it can mean you're not whole when you got the Hangman. Something's wrong. You need to hang it up for a while. You need to just be by yourself and deal with whatever you're going through. So the good thing is I don't see him cheating. I'm seeing where he's really lacking confidence right now. He must have did something really messed up, and now he feels like a loser or a big failure. He may not want to talk to you about it and tell you about it. I would just give him some time, because the outcome is the Ace of Wands, so it looks like things will turn around. And this Ace of Wands keeps coming up, and it's funny. Like I said, that's the Patreon card for this week. But yeah, it ends with the Ace of Wands, which means that You're gonna the two of you will get back to where you were in terms of renewing things. But I would just let him go through what he's going through. I would leave him alone for a minute, and yeah, I would just give him some space and allow him to come to you. And but what you could do is send him one more text and say, you know, if you're going through something, I'm here for you, what have you, but I'll give you some space right now. That's the best way you could do it. Yeah, chill out, because yeah, he's really going through something and he doesn't want to really disclose it to you. And yeah, he's not feeling really good about himself right now, not confident at all. So yeah, and a lot of times when men do have these moments, that is where they really don't want to show that side of themselves, that vulnerable side. And yeah, so sometimes you just got to let a man be a man. You know how a dog gets a wound, a dog gets shot or something, but it's still alive, and it gotta go off somewhere in a field. See, I'm talking about that movie Sounder. Anybody seen that movie Sounder with Cicely Tyson and Paul Winfield? But yeah, Sounder, this dog, the family dog, he got shot by this evil racist white dude, and Sounder, he ran away because he had to go nurse his wounds, and he didn't want to do it around people. So sometimes you gotta look at a man like that. He get his ego get shot down or whatever, and he gotta go run away, get lost for a minute, and nurse himself back to health. And that's exactly what that Sounder did. And that's what the mom said, Cicely Tyson. She was like, he'll come back. She was like, you know how women are wise. She was like, he'll come back. He just wanna heal up. Yeah, I know. There you are. I was looking for you, Indigo. Yeah, I know you know that movie, Indigo. So yeah, remember when the dog got shot? Siobhan, you remember that movie too? Dog got shot, ran away, and yeah, he had to go nurse his wounds. And sometimes men have to do that. Yep. See, Thomas said lean back and give him some space. Yo, we should watch Sounder for a watch party one night. Maybe we'll do it during Black History Month. I don't know, but I love that movie. That's a good ass movie. But even though the husband was a dusty, I'm just saying, I'm not even going to give it away what goes on in the movie, but I'm just like, damn. But yeah, he couldn't even hunt any raccoon. I remember he was trying to hunt that coon and he couldn't even catch it. But anyway, that's another story. Who else we got? If that's it, I got to bring Lily on before it gets too late. All right, I think that's it for now. Let me just check the super chat real quick. Lily probably fell asleep. She probably like, man, fuck this shit. Oh, Annie, I have you next. Annie, let me see. Did you post your question? Oh, I could see that. They would make a good couple, Nicole. So you said, Michael K. Williams was dating Tasha Smith. I bet you there was fireworks in that bedroom. All right, let's see where you at, NA. I think that was your name. Oh, here you go. You said, is my ex going to pay me the money he owes me? A lot of people are acting real shady right now about the money that they owe people. I ain't even gonna lie. One of my, a person that I thought would never betrayed me over some money. And it wasn't that long ago. So people are acting real new around this time. It's just interesting. And everybody using the scandemic as an excuse. Oh, it's a scandemic. That's why I can't pay you back. Oh, times are hard. I can't pay you back. And I'm like, okay, you gonna pay me back one way or another. You want to pay me back the easy way, or you want to pay me back the hard way? See, you got to put that on a person, and you have to say it like, you know what, this is going to cost you more than it costs me. You got to put that on them. Then you got to put the 2-finger curse on them, like Whoopi Goldberg did, Celie did in The Color Purple. And you got to put it on them and be like, until you do right by me, everything you even think about gonna fail. I firmly believe in that 2-finger curse. Because you know what? After Celie did that shit to Mister's life wasn't right ever since, until he did right by her. Remember? Remember when his father came and his whole house is all wrecked and all nasty farm animals all up in the house and stuff? Yeah, sometimes you gotta put the 2 finger spell on their asses if they're not trying to pay you back. So with all that being said, let's see what card we got. Oh, I got the 2 of Pentacles just fell out. But let's see what card you get. I had to put that until you do right by me shit on somebody recently. I really did. Now, I didn't say it to their face, but sometimes all you have to do is call it out to the universe and say, until this person do right by me, everything they even think about is going to fail. And you say, that's my word. You can either say, that's my word. You could say, word is bond. You could say, ashe. You could say, so mote it be. Whatever you want to say to seal that. But yeah, that's what you said. So you said, is my ex going to pay me the money he owes me? I got the Magician, which tells me yes. But you might have to, do a little magic in order to get him to pay up. So like I said, you might have to put that 2 finger spell on him. Or you might just have to be a little manipulative to get that money. You might have to be like, look, I got back surgery coming up. What's up? If you have to appeal to his sympathetic side in order to get him to pay up, hell, because the way this world is, sometimes you got to tell a little white lie to get what you want, especially if the person ain't playing fair, if they're not stepping up to the plate. So I hope that helps. Just put that 2 finger curse on his ass. That's all I'm saying. And yeah, I'd be like, look, I got back surgery. I need this money by this date. Indigo said, that's why I don't loan money. I'd rather give it to you. In my situation, it wasn't even loaning money. It was just on some bullshit. But I ain't even going to get into that. It is what it is. And sometimes people are going to learn hard lessons through you. And that's one thing you got to understand too. When somebody does you wrong, sometimes you got to kind of take it on the chin, use the high road approach and say, you know what? This person's just going to have to learn a hard lesson through me. I'm the vessel that their hard lesson is going to come through. That's how you have to look at it sometimes. All right. With that being said, let's bring Lily on. Let me get rid of this gentleman right here. Rest in peace, Michael K. Williams. All right, Lily, what's up?
Hey, how are you? Can you hear me?
I'm doing fine. I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, good.
All right. So, you could start off by introducing yourself. You could give a little background on, any aspects in your chart that contributes to your personal demons and also how you've overcome them recently.
Yeah, so I got a reading from you, I think a couple years ago. I had my whole natal chart done, and it was extremely eye-opening. It just made my entire life, personality, everything make sense to me. And since then, I've been getting deeper into astrology, learning my own chart, and I do my own transits now. But something we talked about back then was my moon, which is like really problematic, the Gemini moon opposition Pluto, and that has given me a lot of problems, along with the Mars and Pisces. And um, I also recently started developing health issues, and I was looking at my 6th house, and I have my Lilith and Cancer in the 6th house. And I went to the doctor recently, and they found like a lot of like ovarian cysts and like fibroids and things like that. So it's just, to me, it's really amazing how astrology just, could predict a lot of things.
Most definitely. So thanks for sharing that. So the issue with the fibroids and stuff, are you currently under a doctor's care to get that taken care of?
Yeah, I just recently started seeing a doctor about it and got prescribed medication and everything.
Good, good. And then I remember one of your main concerns was relationships, correct?
Yeah.
So how are things going in the relationship department for you?
Well, I'm dealing with a horrible custody battle that's going on like almost 2 years now.
Yeah, because I
And
remember that was going on when we first connected, right?
Yeah, it was to a
Yeah.
lesser degree. It was more so like between a divorce and splitting custody, child support. Now, I had my family basically betray me, and I got into an argument with my sister, who is a Gemini, and she basically called CPS on me, made a bunch of false allegations, and I've been dealing with that ever since.
I remember that part. I do remember that. And didn't you even say like your mom kind of sides with your sister?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do remember that. And didn't you say that your sister, is it your sister the one that has the custody?
She is the foster parent at the moment, and now they're basically trying to decide between me and my child's father, which has been basically a deadbeat. He hasn't been there, so now he's coming back into the picture. And I'm just hoping that, my child would come back with me, because since then, personally, I've done really well for myself. But just they've used a lot of like things against me in the way of like, me having depression or things like that. But still, like, a lot of ridiculous lies that I have to prove myself. Like, she said I was like a drug addict, I'm this and I'm that, so I have to take drug tests constantly and like prove it, when she's actually more of an alcoholic than I've ever been. She always has like vodka, wine, beer in the house. But they want to say that I have a substance abuse problem, which I have abused substances, but not like where I would need my kid taken away, and not in front of my child or anything.
And what's so amazing, and again, astrology never ceases to amaze me, but you
Right.
have that Gemini on the fifth, and Gemini rules siblings, and fifth house is children. And yeah, that's your sister's involvement in this whole situation. And then with your Mercury, I remember I used to always tell you this too, like that Mercury at the Aries point of
Yeah,
Aries.
the
I was
critical
like,
degree.
yes, I was like, that is a big part of the problem. Yes. And it just denotes the conflict that you're experiencing with her and all that. So, where are the two of you at now? Like, are you on speaking terms? Like, have
Yeah,
you?
we don't.
Mhm.
Sorry. Go
Go
ahead.
ahead. No, go ahead.
No, we don't speak at all, like, period. Like, she's basically dead to me, and I've told her that. I think honestly she's using this as like a money making opportunity, because she gets foster care money, then my child support, and times when I went to go pick up my child, like, they just got a new boat, they got new furniture, new TV, things like that. So I really feel like everyone is in this for the money, to be honest.
Wow. Now, that Mercury in Aries could denote a selfish sibling. So, when you say that, you might be, on target with that. I'll just say that. So yeah. And your chart just speaks sibling very big because you got that Gemini moon and you got that third house, Aries on the third with Mars and Pisces conjoined to Mercury. So yeah, the whole sibling theme is major. Now, your child's father, are the two of you communicating?
No, he doesn't communicate with me at all. He just goes through like my family. He doesn't even speak to me.
So, in terms of like how you've evolved and like overcome some of your personal demons, um, are you at a point now where you can kind of approach this situation from a more rational standpoint instead of allowing it to like get you too upset? I mean, I know like this is one of the hardest things to deal with, custody battles, because I've been through it myself with my son. But have you gotten to a point where you can kind of be more centered and at peace internally, despite the chaos that is happening externally?
Yes, I really have, because in the beginning, I got so depressed. I was drinking all day, every day. And I think that's my Mars and Pisces. Like, I just want to escape whatever's happening to me, especially like, we talked about my reading. Whenever I go through like troubling times or anything, I do reach for, like, it's always been kind of alcohol for me, not like substances. And I use it to like numb myself, get away from my problems, but they cause a lot more. And I was just really depressed and going through a lot when this started. But I've come out of it to an even stronger point. Like I got a new job, still in school, new apartment, and I've been getting myself like together where I don't drink, I don't do anything at all. Living with it day to day has gotten like a lot easier because I'm getting more in tune with my spirituality, and I started like working out a lot more for the sake of like my sanity, not even like, oh, I want to lose weight. And I started like meditating and like chanting and things like that.
I love it. So you've made a lot of progress since we last talked. The working out alone to help you with your sanity, that's that Cancer in the sixth with your moon in Gemini. So yes, the more you work out, the more you can clear your head and just be, centered mentally. That is really good. I like how you're incorporating the spiritual into it. I love that you don't resort to drinking as a coping mechanism anymore. I'm like, you are doing great, at least on an internal level. There's only so much you could do on the external with respect to your son and your sister and all that, but it does start on the internal. And positive thinking, as cliche as it may sound, does make a world of a difference. And if you are in that cycle of drinking, and it's hard to stay on just that positive framework in terms of your mindset. So that's excellent. So what type of work are you doing?
I'm a pharmacy technician now.
Love it. I
Yeah.
love
So still
it.
with the drugs. No, I'm kidding.
You see how you were able to transmute that energy into something constructive, something positive. Now let me see in your chart what points to you being a pharmacy tech. So in a
Yeah, I
pharmacy
also
tech.
wanted to add something really quick. Sorry to interrupt, but another thing I've been practicing spiritually is like the concept of like detachment. So I'm not
Okay.
sure where in my chart that comes from, but it's actually been very, very helpful to me because when you remove yourself and your ego out of things, it doesn't hurt you as bad. And I do have like a deep like sensitivity to me where I think part of the problem was like everything just gets to me like really internally. So I had to remove myself from that.
I love that you brought that up because that makes me think of the class that I had tonight with one of my newer students. And she was asking me about people that have more than one chart ruler, which you do. You got that Aquarius intercepted in your first, but you're a Capricorn rising. So you got that Saturn, but also Uranus. If you're just focusing on the Saturn part, your Saturn's in Pisces, and that makes you too sensitive, like emotionally, especially because it's conjoined to Mars. But then it's your Uranus and Aquarius, which is co-rule of your chart. It's in trine with your Gemini moon. That's a detachment right there. Yeah. So when you're operating more from that Aquarius energy, that Uranus energy in your first, yeah, you could rise above the emotional maelstrom, the emotional storm that's within you. So yeah, that there it is. It's that moon trine Uranus. That's a healthy detachment.
And with my Gemini moon too, because it's so chaotic with the Pluto opposition and it would make me like really moody and all over the place. What I've been doing to channel that energy is like I've gotten so much more into like writing, and I have an audio diary. Like instead of like writing things down because it comes out too fast sometimes, I just like record myself on my phone and then I just get it all out.
Nice. Now that right there, that's your Mercury conjunct Mars, because Mars is in Pisces, Mercury's in Aries. That's you doing the recordings, but that also is Moon trine Uranus again. Especially writing that is personally meaning, has personal meaning. That's dealing with you yourself internally, what's going on, all of that. So that's really good as well. And I agree with the recording. Sometimes that's just better because you
It
could just get
is.
it right out. Yeah. Yep. Oh,
And
I
I've been
love the
also,
progress.
sorry, I've been utilizing or trying to get more in touch with my Libra North node working with people instead of working against people, because at the beginning of this I was like really combative with everybody, like in the court, my family, you know, because I had so much anger. And now I'm learning to just play the game. I'm playing like their little chess game and cooperating with them and trying to be nice, I guess.
Nice. So yeah, so you are really doing a good thing. I mean, the progress you made, I think is phenomenal. So yeah, again, this just shows what you can do once you have understanding of your chart. Because just gaining understanding of your chart, that's just the first part. That's only half the battle. What comes next is now you have this responsibility, now that you know what energy you're working with, to try to transmute that energy in a positive way and try to mitigate the potential threats that are in your chart. So, case in point, Lily has Mars at the 29th degree of Pisces, I believe. Yep. And it's conjoined to Saturn in Pisces. And somebody with that conjunction, other than Lily, is probably sitting at home, drowning their sorrows in liquor, totally existing in a bottle of alcohol or drugs or whatever. But you see how Lily was able to come to terms with the drinking issue and totally transmute that energy into spiritual focus. Like, she's putting focus on the spiritual. She's also transmuting that energy by recording the journal, things like that. So know that that energy is never going to go away. Energy
Yeah.
cannot be created or destroyed. So it has to be transmuted into something else. And Jay, the first guest, he was talking about the same thing. Like, that energy's still within him, but he's able to redirect it. And Lily, you're doing the same thing. And that's the essence of mastering your planets.
Right, with like the heavy like Mars and all the Pisces and all that influence, I've put everything into like art in general. So like where I'll just stay up all night painting or like playing my guitar, anything just to get like that energy out. Because I think with the Pisces energy is like you are very sensitive to everything. You could feel everything on such a deep level. And sometimes like I think the only way for it to get out is if you put it into a creative outlet, because otherwise you do want to be self-destructive.
Yep. And Pisces just lacks coping mechanisms.
For
So
sure.
yeah, so that's a big thing. So once you learn that, you don't need to use intoxicants in order to cope, you just channel that energy, like you said, into creative pursuits. That can even be channeled into charitable pursuits. So doing some volunteering, things like that, donating to a worthy cause, doing what you can to give back. Because that Mars conjunct Saturn, I feel like you could take it even further. And especially once you become very established in your career, you make some good money, you could start giving back. And it could be to women that are going through the same thing you're going through now, the custody stuff. Women that don't have the proper resources, and maybe you could direct them like with some low cost legal aid or whatever, you know, or just even be that moral support. You might want to create a forum online where
Yeah, I've
it's a
been,
support
oh
group.
sorry, I keep interrupting
Okay,
you.
go ahead.
No, I've done a lot of research on everything and about how corrupt like CPS is. And everyone has the same question. When a kid is actually being abused or neglected, they seem to not do anything about it. But if for any little thing, like what normal people, they come, they just take your kid. And like if you do research into it, like a lot of it is money and it's like totally corrupt. And I've been wanting to just like educate people on that, because people think, oh well, you must have done something, when most of the time most people didn't, or it's something that's just so minor that it didn't need to go to this extreme.
Yeah, I mean, it does seem like the system is that way, where it punishes parents that really didn't do anything a lot of times, and it seems like the real abusers, they basically get away with it. That's like the nature of the beast. Like, that whole system just seems so corrupt.
It really
Did
is.
that one judge that got caught, like, basically she has lawsuits against her. She's a CPS, like, she handles CPS cases, And basically, she was just throwing parents in jail for nothing, taking their kids away, like for no reason. It was crazy. But
A lot of them are like that.
yeah, there's a lot of corruption in that. And I hate to say it, but I think there's also some trafficking going on with some of the kids that end up in foster care.
No, that's
Yeah,
a fact too that's been proven. Sometimes, like, I've seen things where people basically put like orders out on like children, and they have like these corrupt judges and everything. And then the thing about like family court, it's closed, so the public can't view what's going on because they say
exactly.
it's like for privacy's sake. But in my situation, they seized my health records illegally. They didn't even get my permission. So there's
Yeah.
so much corruption going on because it's closed. And then you have like a stigma where like, you know, people have that suspicion against you now. Like they think you must have actually done something. But, you know, even my own doctor told me that they got in a dispute with their neighbor, and they have a 3-year-old child. And then the neighbor called making up crazy allegations. And she's like, yeah, this happened to me as well. So it's kind of a bigger problem too, with people just being vindictive against each other.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And yeah, and there's really, like you said, because it's, you know, all private, you know, there's no really record being taken aside from those documents that are drawn up by the court. But yeah, there's no really oversight, you could say.
None at all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's crazy. So, do you have any words of encouragement? Do you have any wisdom that you want to impart upon the audience? Any final remarks?
Something that I've learned too is like, it's like with this detachment thing, like you have to recognize that, you know, especially with astrology, you can't fight against your fate. If things are going to happen, they're going to happen, and you have to face them. But you have to understand that it's actually for your soul's purpose, because a lot of good has come out of it, where I was able to get myself more together. And now I appreciate the fact that I do have a child, because the way I've been looking at it recently is like, you know, as a woman, we're so connected with our babies, you know, they come from us and everything. We have that really strong bond. But I've started to view it as like, honestly, all I am is just a door for a soul to enter into this world.
That's right. Yep. We
So
are
it can't be
very.
too personal.
I totally agree. And like I said earlier, and not to make this about me, but what you just said made me think of what I started this live stream off with, telling you about this guy that's been harassing me and how I had to just look at it from a higher perspective and detach and say, it's not really about me. This is a guy that's dealing with some personal demons. And I already knew that he was. And now I just have to deal with it appropriately without allowing this man to get me upset.
Exactly.
Have
And
to detach.
that's how you find your center too, is when you're detached from things.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And yeah, we're getting to a point in this world where you're really going to have to practice this detachment, because we're going to about to see more and more chaos, and some people aren't going to be able to handle it, like what's coming down the road. Um, there's this saying in the Bible. I'm not a Bible person, but some sayings do always stay with me. Men's hearts fail them for
I was
fear.
just thinking that.
You was just thinking that? Oh,
Yeah.
there we go. There we go. So you already know, yeah. Men's hearts will fail them because of fear. And a lot of people are going to be just totally, and you know, basically the fear has already created so much restrictions and limitations upon our freedom, just off of the fear alone. Fear is,
Exactly.
yeah, fear is a horrible tool, but
It
it's a,
is.
yeah. So
If
we can't
anyone
allow.
wants to ask me a question too, they can.
Oh yeah, so y'all got any questions for Lily? Tracism, I see you. Thank you for your super chat. I'll get to you in a minute. So yeah, if y'all got any questions for Lily, feel free to ask. Thank you, QT. I'll answer your question in a minute. Indigo, if you still in here, I saw your question. And it took me a minute to put two and two together. And I was like, oh, no, he ain't. But, now you got me thinking, Indigo. And I don't even know if you still in here. Okay. So Siobhan wants to know, what is your birth number and life path number?
I know that my life path is 7. The birth number you get from adding the month and the day you're born, right?
Well, the birth number, yes. So you're a 24, so that breaks down to
Yeah.
6, but you're also a 24, just period. So
Okay.
24 and 6, those are your birth numbers.
And I know that I actually have a 7 tattooed on me for the life path number, you know, just because it's like I've been getting into that as well, like understanding that, you know, I am kind of a hermit myself, where I think that like 7 is like the sage archetype, where you're kind of meant to be alone in this life and to like observe things and analyze everything.
Yes. Now, 24, just know that life tends to get much sweeter as a 24 the older you get. So that's something to look forward to. And then 24 just deals with the relationships, the legal situation, all that good stuff. But know that 24 is a very blessed number. And a lot of times you will receive those big blessings much later in your life. Or I'll at least say once you hit your 40s. How old are you now?
I'm 25.
Oh,
But
yeah,
I do
you got
think
some
every
time to
year
go.
gets better for me, honestly. And I saw a question too, how does my cap rising affect my life? And it's funny because I'm too serious for everybody. Like I don't crack a smile. Like I've had like you know, customer service jobs, and they're like, why don't you smile? Why don't you smile? I don't unless I really genuinely have reason to. I think I'm really practical, more introverted, down to earth, and about getting that bag.
And somebody had another question. It was a good question. I think they said, let me try to find it. You said, they wanted to know if you feel like your Saturn dominates your Mars. Let me try to find that. Damn, let me try to find that to make sure that's what they said.
I saw too, if I have another support system besides my family. This year I was actually blessed to make a couple of like friends that I feel like on a soul level that I've connected with. But I've learned to, again, with the detachment, and maybe it's an Aries thing too, like I just depend on myself.
Okay. So here it is. I found it. This is by, and I think I just lost it again. Damn, it was not Lily. It was something. Lissy. Lissy said, let me go back up to what she said. Lissy said, Lissy Darko. Damn, I just had it. But let me see. She did say something about Saturn dominate. Oh, here it is. She said, would you say your Saturn and Pisces dominates your Mars and Pisces?
I'm not too familiar with like how Saturn works. I'm like still kind of a newbie, I'd say, at astrology. I would say my Mars and Pisces I could feel a lot because I'm very passive aggressive. Um and I think I need to learn how to channel my Mars better because I can be very passive aggressive with people and things like that. I feel like Saturn and Pisces is heavy karma though for like the individual. I could say that. And the fact that Saturn is my chart ruler, I know that in this life I do have a lot of like karmic debt that I have to pay off. So, you know, even with the cap rising, I kind of like take it in stride, knowing that, you know, me suffering or going through things in this lifetime is like for a purpose, like to purify my soul.
Nice. Okay, and I think you answered the question about the support system, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you did. And let me see if anybody has any other questions.
The cap struggle.
Oh yeah, I know all about that cap struggle. I'm a cat
Yeah.
too, especially with not smiling too. I'll just talk about that real quick. Let me
Yeah,
answer.
that always used to annoy me. Or like when
Okay.
people think you're constantly mad.
Oh yeah, yep. but sometimes that helps to keep the fools at bay, if you get what I'm saying.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I like it. Now, C. Thomas, you said you just bought the Chaldean Numerology for Beginners by Heather Alicia Legan. Is that a good book? Now, I never read that book. I never heard of it. So I'm going to pull a card to see if this is going to be good. But if it's Chaldean Numerology, I would think, yes, it's good. Because that's the system that I use. That's the most accurate numerological system, if you ask me. But Lily, thank you so much for agreeing to come on. I'm just so happy that you've made so much progress. And I just wish you the best of luck with the custody situation. And yeah, so continue to keep me updated if you want to.
Yeah, I will. Thank you so much, and have a good night.
You too. Take care.
Thank you. Bye.
All right, bye-bye. All right, see, Thomas, I got the Queen of Swords, which tells me yes, this is a good book. It seems to be clear, concise, to the point, very easy to understand, and it might even be witty in there too, with some things to really kind of chuckle at or marvel at or what have you. Might even be written in more modern day type of speech. Let me know if that's the case, if you started reading it already. I don't know if you even got it delivered yet, but looks like I got a couple of more super chats. QT, I see you make me think of QT, that convenience store. Again, I got the munchies. I'm hungry. Trey Sism, thank you so much. You said, will or when my nighttime hand numbness cease? Will this acupuncturist really help me? So when you say, when will this nighttime hand numbness cease? I'm going to look at a month into the future, see if you're still going to be dealing with this numbness. That must be terrible. I don't like that numb feeling. I got the Hermit, which tells me it looks like you're still going to be dealing with the numbness a month from now. So let me see if that's going to be true 2 months from now. I got the Wheel of Fortune. So give it about a couple of months, and it might be due to that acupuncture. So let me see if I would say yes, the acupuncture is going to help heal you, but it looks like it's going to take some time. It looks like it's going to be a gradual effect, and your mindset really comes into play with this too. So you have to really want it to happen and really believe that it is working. So yeah, the acupuncturist is represented by that King of Swords. So yes, that's telling me it's going to help. So hopefully that helps to alleviate your concerns. You're so welcome. And then you said QT, you said, oh, Cutie Q. I think I know who that is. You said, is this judge in my case biased? How should I proceed? I shall proceed and continue to rock the mic. So you said, is this judge in my case biased? Did Indigo leave the chat? Because I got a bone to pick with Indigo. Okay, so I got the 5 of Wands, which tells me that your judge is a bit biased. And you said, how should you proceed? Is this judge a man? Believe it or not, you got some vindictive judges out there where their baby mamas or their wives did them dirty. So when they have a chance to do another woman dirty in the court of law, they're going to do it. They're going to throw the book at her ass, all because they feel in some type of way over their own wife or baby mama or something. I got the 4 of Swords, which tells me that you just need to be very prepared. You need to prepare your case. Make sure you're not missing a beat. Make sure all the I's are crossed. I's are dotted, T's are crossed. Is that how it goes? But yeah, that 4 of Swords, that's just being prepared for what could possibly come up. And that might even require you to consult with your attorney if you have one, a little bit more, just to make sure you know all the things that you're facing. Yeah, Indigo, where you go? Because I got a bone to pick with you about what you said about the question, about the reading you needed. Yeah, he probably did fall asleep, but I had to reread it and I put two and two together. I'm like, no, he ain't saying that. So now I gotta find out dude's birthday. That's what I want to know. Thank you, Latoya, for the super chat. You said Danielle hasn't texted me 2 years. Now she texted me yesterday. Oh, Latoya, I'm working on your natal chart right now, I think. I think that's you. You said Danielle hasn't texted me in 2 years. Now she texted yesterday. What is her intention? Okay, what is Danielle's intentions? All right. Oh, I got the Three of Swords, which tells me that she's kind of using you as a rebound friend, so to speak. So she might have had a falling out with someone. And now she wants to kind of distract herself, or she wants to basically replace whoever she had a falling out with you. So I would say this is not a good pure type of reunion in terms of your connection with this person, with this woman. I would say still keep at a distance because she is not coming from a pure place. It's not all, oh, it's been so long. I just want to reach out to you and see how you're doing. Yeah. So you said, I knew it. She's not a friend. Yeah. Uh-huh. I would either block her or I just ignore her. I'd be like, what's the point? All right, let me see. Do we have anybody else? And look, I'm about to close out and I still didn't get a chance to talk about these damn serial killers. But some of y'all was acting like Jay was a serial killer, so I guess y'all got your little taste of it, even though I know Jay would never go and venture into that territory. But yeah, some of y'all was all creeped out and stuff, and I'm like, Jay, he ain't like how y'all say. But I will say this. This might be the first time y'all been up close and personal, even if it's online, with somebody that has those type of problems. And the fact that he's so candid and so, open with it, that can kind of make some people be a little creeped out over it. Like, damn, like he just speaking matter of fact about it. Like somebody, I think y'all even read where somebody was like, oh, he in love with his demon. And I'm like, damn, I'm glad he got a thick skin. That's all. And I'm so glad he has overcome the issue. I just hope he could stay on the straight and narrow, which is very much that North Node in the 6th house. And I told him too. I remember I was warning him because I was really trying to get him scared straight. And I was like, now that you had this reading, you really going to have to be on the straight and narrow now because the universe is watching. And I think he really realizes that. And I think he is beyond the whole phase where he's even getting satisfaction out of it. And then y'all did hear where he said that he would get mentally sick, which is kind of hard to like even relate to that type of feeling. But yeah, I can't even imagine. So yeah, you said he is in that realm. Just saying. I feel what you're saying. I do feel what you're saying. I even think that Jay would understand where you're coming from too. All right, Danny, you said, can I answer your question from your email earlier about what I should do about my son not wanting to go to his dad's because of his stepsister? Should I talk to his dad about it? So wait a minute. You said email earlier about what I should do about my son not wanting to go to it. Why does this question sound familiar? Isn't this the one with the where he didn't like having to sleep downstairs and everybody had to sleep upstairs? Let me know, Danny. And then Marcus, thank you so much for your super chat. So you said, I'm not sure if I joined your Patreon or not. Well, come on down and join the Patreon. Become a patron. So you said I have an iPhone, so I can't see the join button on YouTube. So I went to the website to join. Can you check and see if I joined? Because I can't tell. So do you mean the Patreon, or do you mean joining as a member, like a Diggable Planet? Because the Patreon, that's only $7.50. If you only pay $7.50, like if you pay $7.50, that's the Patreon. But let me check, because it should let me know like immediately. Yes, I see you. Welcome to the Patreon, Marcus. I'm glad to have you. We're going to be having some fun. Already, you can enjoy the content that's already on there. But yeah, have a ball. Yes. And you said chat was shocked when he acknowledged chat after all we said. Okay, Danny, just to be fair, I don't think you posted a super chat tonight, right? So if you want me to answer your question, you would need to post a super chat. And again, I'm just being fair because I don't want people to think that I'm, giving you special treatment or giving you a free reading or anything like that. So to answer your question, just send me a super chat of at least $5, or you could do a Cash App. Indigo, there you are. I read that question. I even wrote, I jotted it down real quick because I was like, oh, he got a question. Let me answer it. And then you was like, Shalom MB, when is he going to come out the closet? And I'm like, are you seeing something that I'm not seeing? So you said you sent a Cash App earlier? Let me just double check. And then you're saying you're a Diggable Planet, but oh, wait a minute. Is that you from earlier? Hold on. Oh, I see what you're saying. You did send me an email earlier. So, okay. Now I see. I got you, Danny. Hold on. Let me see. Yeah, okay. I see it. I see the whole email. Got you. All right. Give me a minute, Danny, for that. All right. And then you said, wait a minute, where are we at? So now you got me wondering. Okay, so you're trolling me. Okay. So, because I was like, do you see something that I don't see? But I am trying to get his birthday. I really am. All right, Danny, it's all about you. Let me go back up. So you said, oh, wait a minute. So you said yes, but now he's saying he doesn't want to go there in general because he doesn't like his stepsister and doesn't spend time with his dad when he goes there. Should I speak to his dad? All right, let me go back up to your initial question. So you said, what should I do about my son not wanting to go to his dad's because of his stepsister? Should I talk to his dad about it? So now it's not just about the sleeping arrangements. It's where he doesn't like his stepsister, period. Like they're just not getting along. And you want to know if you should talk to dad about it. All right, let's see. I'm going to do a 4-card reading. And then I got you on the other part of the reading too. Because I think you had a more detailed question or whatever. But I'll send you an email with some additional information. But this 4-card reading is going to tell me whether you should talk to his father about this. And how old is your son? That's always a thank you, Orange Blossom. All right, I got the situation is the Empress. So that's you being a mom, you just being a mom. You concerned about your son's well-being, and it could even just be his emotional well-being. And yeah, 8 years old, that's a hard age. It's like his emotional well-being, that is like basically what you're concerned about. Challenge is the Knight of Swords. So that is just pointing to your challenge where he has to go spend the night at his father's house and the stepsister's there. And again, I swear this card came up because didn't I pull some cards about this before? I swear, or maybe I'm getting it wrong, like my memory, but I swear this Knight of Swords came up before. And I was like, well, this card can mean that, he doesn't feel like he fits in. And it could be his stepsister that's really making it apparent that's really, you know how first of all, how old is his stepsister? Me, yeah, Miss Avio, we on the same page. I want to know too, how old is this stepsister? Because you know how sassy some little girls can get. She might be like, you're just a guest here. You don't live here. Oh, especially she age 7 too. Yeah, she might be really mouthing off sometimes and making him feel like he doesn't belong or that he's not fully integrated into that family unit, that household dynamic. So let's see. Advice, I have the Three of Cups, which tells me that yes, you need to talk to his father, of course, in a more conversational way. And you might want to do it in a way where, well, you definitely don't want to do it in front of the sister, but you definitely want to say, you know, well, let me ask you this. How much information has your son given you about what his stepsister is doing, what she's saying? Or is it just that they're not really close and he's just feeling that sense of, you know, separateness? Because I'm seeing that's the major thing with him. He doesn't like feeling like separate. And I remember that was the issue before because he had to sleep downstairs. So let me know if it's things that he's told you specifically, or if it's just where he's like, she don't like me, and he's saying, I don't know why. But the Three of Cups is definitely saying you need to have that conversation, and you need to know that y'all have to be on the same page. That's very Three of Cups. So you could just start the conversation off with his father and be like, I just want to make sure that everything's out in the open and that, you know, my son feels welcome when he's over there, things like that. Hey, Michelle, how you doing? It's good to see you. So it ends with the Four of Pentacles, which means that you can, at the end of the day, end up feeling more secure with him being over there. And that can also mean that there is something that his father could do to make him feel more value while he's there as well, or make him feel like he is given that, you know, certain level of attention or recognition that he may feel like he's not getting. And you also got to take into account that, you know, because of his age, it's like an extreme difference between being at home and being at his father's house. And you said he's very sensitive anyway. So this is just a tough time for him in general. So you said all he says is she's really annoying, gives him a headache, and that the family are not like us. Says he doesn't see his dad when he goes there. So that's a big issue. And I've known fathers like that where, you know, they get their child for the weekend or whatever, but aren't really spending much time with them. They're basically pawning them off on family or, you know, some, you know, aunt or grandma or grandpa or whoever. So it sounds like the father could be more the issue than the stepsister. So again, I say yes, have that conversation with him just so y'all know y'all are on the same page. But at the same time, you might have to also tell your son that he needs to toughen up a bit, especially if he's whining and crying about it. If he's just expressing himself like, I don't like being over there really, then you just got to respect how he feels. Because I strongly believe when you're dealing with children, you definitely want to hear them out. Even if you know that you're not going to change the situation just to please them, but to at least hear them out and say, yeah, I get what you're saying. It must, you know, suck sometimes having to be over there, but unfortunately he is your father and this is something that you're going to have to just deal with. And you might even want to ask your son, like, what can I do to help you feel more at ease over there? Is there something I can buy for you or something that you could take over there or what have you? So yeah, I feel like it's a dual situation. On one hand, your son kind of does need to like toughen up a little bit, but on the other hand, you need to have that conversation with his father. Like, you know, my son, you know, for a while he's been having this issue coming over there. And you could be like, I'm not saying it's all about, you know, it's you're doing it, but he doesn't really feel welcome. And I'm trying to help him to feel more welcome when he's over there. So yeah, but definitely had that conversation. Did I just say unfortunately? Damn. I didn't mean to say that. Wait, did I really say unfortunately? So yes, I am here for the mess. You said, can I have a yes or no reading? If you submit a super chat or a cash app, you certainly can. Because again, I need to keep things fair. My Venus is in Libra, and you'll understand how I feel when I be missing somebody's question. I be feeling like the worst person in the world, and I be trying to like find that person and all that. God forbid I give somebody a free reading and I miss out on somebody that did a super chat or whatever. So yeah. All right, who else? Anybody else with the super chat? Because I might have to hang it up. We might have to do another live stream just on the serial killers alone, because I don't think I have it in me to be talking about some evil ass people, especially an evil ass Virgo right now. But yes, thank you so much for becoming a patron, Marcus. Yeah. All right. But you, Indigo, you just topped off my fantasy about New Breed. Now I'm going to start fantasizing that New Breed is in the closet and I helped to pull him out of the closet and then I helped to get him straight. That's going to be my new fantasy about New Breed, that he's repressing his sexual desires. And then I'm going to bring it out and then I'm going to turn him straight. My fantasies can be elaborate like that. So yeah, you got gave me something to chew on with Mr. Shalom. Shalom, it's your boy New Breed. He said it's not gay, but if he does come out, we fighting in the streets. Yeah, I don't see him being like that either. But yeah, that would be funny though. That would be funny. Okay, Latoya, you said, will my ancestors receive the money? So you burning that ancestor money? Will the ancestors receive the money? New Breed would be hot right now. He'd be like, see, this is what I'm talking about. The devil will attack you from all angles. He had to boot a couple of people off of his chat today. I don't know if you was there for the live stream, Indigo, but yeah, he booted a few people off because they was coming for him. Somebody was like, you need some new clothes or some shit. I was like, yo, that's messed up. But that's what happens. The more people you attract, the more followers you have, the more you're going to have trolls. So I got 2 of Pentacles, Latoya. That's a yes. That's a solid yes. And you will be blessed. All right, we're going to have to, you said we're going to be the topic for tomorrow, right? You're going to be like them heathens over there in that astrology world. One of these days, I'm going to have the guts to call up to be one of his, because he be taking people on his live streams. I'm going to have the guts one day to go up on there and tell him what I know. For real, that's going to be, I don't know. I ain't going to be able to contain myself, though. So, Zawina, thank you for your super chat. You said, will my business be an overnight success? All right, will my business be an overnight success? Indigo, that's why you don't want to be YouTube famous. Yeah, it ain't easy, man. These people really will try you. They will test you, all types of stuff. And sometimes I be wishing for more subscribers, but then when I think about what comes along with it, sometimes I be like, I'm cool. Okay, I got the Page of Wands, which means that you could achieve overnight success, but it could be fleeting. So your business could grow fast, but it could just be a quick upswing followed by you trying to get the fuck out of Dodge, because I got the Knight of Swords after that. But no, not necessarily you basically bailing, but just know that it could take off quickly, but then it could fizzle out just as quickly. So just make sure that you have a backup plan, or make sure that you're not totally just hung up on the fact of like growth and success, because good things take time. I strongly believe it. And made me think of that LuLaRoe. Has anybody seen that documentary yet? It's on Netflix. I watched it this past week. It was really good, but I've been following this whole LuLaRoe fuckery shit. Oh my God. I just got an idea to do reading on that married couple, because I'm pretty sure I could get, probably not her birth time or his birth time, but I know I could get their birth dates. But yeah, it's this married couple, and they created this multi-level marketing company called LuLaRoe, and they were selling some cheap stank leggings that was all ripping at the seams and stuff. It was a hot mess. If y'all have Amazon Prime, check out LuLaRoe. It's called Lula Rich. Really good. I enjoy watching it because I enjoy watching a good train wreck, and that's what that whole thing is. But they're still in business. They're still recruiting. If anybody wants to get in on that MLM, that multi-level marketing scheme, but don't expect to make money. Oh, LuLaRoe, you gotta. Oh, Siobhan, you gonna love this shit. Google it. First of all, you'll be able to see like these documentaries on YouTube. So let me just put in, it's Lula. Is it LuLaRoe or LuLaRoe? It's LuLaRoe. I think that's it. Yeah, we're gonna do it on a live stream soon. And these are the lady alone. You can tell she just cuckoo, and all she care about the money. But it's some cheap ass leggings, though. But yeah, check it out if you got Amazon.com or Amazon Prime. It's on there for free, and yeah, it's good. It is good. So yeah, I think I'm gonna get out of here. Again, I tried doing a serial killer, but I just at this point I'm just burnt out. I can't take it no more. Danny, I got you. I am well versed. I got you. I'll respond to your email later. Just give me some time to like just get some rest. Let me just make sure I answer everybody's question. I think I did. Okay, yep, I did. And yeah, so I think I'm going to just close out for now. I might really sashay my ass over to In-N-Out Burger and get me something. Wait a minute, they had a murder at the store? Oh, hell no. But yeah, that's what it basically is. Now, I have Clubhouse, and I did go on Clubhouse, but nobody joined me. I don't know what I'm doing. So if y'all have any tips on how to really get this Clubhouse on and rocking, let me know, because I'm lost. I don't know what I'm doing on that Clubhouse. I tried. Again, I was talking. Nobody showed up. I guess I have to invite people. Is that what it is? So yeah, I guess I gotta watch a tutorial or something like that for me to really understand what it does. And I don't think it records, does it? So once you like go live on Clubhouse, that's it. I don't think it records, does it? Dr. Ken, you have one? What's up, Dr. Ken? Yeah, I'm gonna look up the tutorial, try to like figure this thing out. I am kind of slow to catch on to things, so please forgive me. I am kind of getting old, so I'm not like you want young whippersnappers that catch on to this technology all quick. So Indigo, you said I'm going to start participating on Patreon, and if you let me know, I'll come on Clubhouse. Yeah, I really wish you would, because I know you're a patron. I'd be like, damn, I don't even be seeing you in the watch parties. So, okay, so I'll let y'all know on YouTube when I plan on going on Clubhouse again. And from what I learned, you have to go live on Clubhouse 3 times before you can create a room. So I do know that much. So I got to go live 3 times, and then I can actually create like a room for Clubhouse. But yeah, I think I covered everything that I wanted to cover on my list so far. Yeah, but I'll be back soon. And I still didn't, I wanted to talk about that damn Marie Holmes, because she has Venus in Virgo. The one that the lottery winner chick that bailed her boyfriend out. I wanted to use her as part of my trauma bonding Virgo shit, but I ran out of time. But yeah, so the next live, I'll try to squeeze her in along with these Virgo serial killers before Virgo season ends. All right. So with that being said, good night, goodbye, and good luck.